There we go. All right, there we go. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check, 1 2. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the Den Show. I am your host, Sir Edward Honcho. Right. I got a thing. Let me do a thing real quick. Do. The Den Show. Welcome to the Den Show. Timing was terrible, but anyway, it sounded good, right? It's a little bit better. There's a thing I always do at the beginning, where I call myself starting to do. I ran out of fucking wipes the other day. It didn't sound good at all, did it? Anyway, I'm your host, Ed Honcho, man. I hope everybody is well. I know it's been a while. I apologize for yesterday being unavailable. Been a little bit under the weather. It's not that. Definitely not that thing, but just was not feeling too hot to trot. And some work from earlier in the day kind of wore down on me. And so I caught myself taking a power nap, and the power took over. So I'm going to discuss some things today. I got some videos to show y'all, talk about how crazy of a world we live in. You know how that tends to go. And I want to take a little time to talk about that situation that had happened in Oxford, Michigan. Because, you know, it kind of took place, I think, the last stream we had. I didn't have time to really, get on it. And so I wasn't very well informed. But I guess, you keep things in the family. It's a family affair. I saw that the parents, I believe, were apprehended. I know they were looking for them. But let's see what we got joining us this evening. That's much clearer. Let's see what we got joining us this evening. Yes, I'm fresh out the shower, so if I get all sweaty looking, it is what it is. See, Strong and Grand got to put in some work. Shout out to Mr. Strong Grand, a.k.a. Dan the Man. Doctor, is there a doctor in the house? Dr. D. Kenobi. Miss Bell, Northern Style. Let's see. I don't know if anything can match the Saturday's Den. I mean, Saturday's Den was epic, and if you missed it, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it was probably one of the greatest dens of all time. Shout out to JP. What's the motherfucking deal? Heidi. Ben in the den. There you go. Did I miss something good? Hello, lovely Miss Sarah Lou. Gosh darn, I guess I need to be on the IGs more. 335. What's the motherfucking deal? Adam Gontier, Isaiah 25. What's the motherfucking deal? John, my favorite New Yorker, Michelle. Delta Echo Golf. All right, so let's talk about it. All right. I've been watching a lot of old South Parks. And good grief. You got to appreciate South Park. It's a great show. It's a very good show. Let's not waste too much more time. Let's get into it. Like I said, I have terrible things to show you. All right, we're going to talk about ghetto stuff. We're going to talk about racial stuff. We're going to talk about Rona-related things. Right? Good oil, toxic state of mind. What's the motherfucking deal? And What else? All right, let's get it started. All right, let's switch over to the watching stuff. See, like, take off a day. Feels like I've been gone for a fucking year. What's going on outside? It sounds interesting. There we go, up in the corner. There we go. There we go. All right. I showed y'all a lot of this weird shit last time. So apparently AOC said some things that a lot of the organized smash and grabs that were happening in California were not organized, that they were just things that were happening randomly, just random occurrences. That could be true. It could be false. Here's a little something that happened. I want to say in San Bernardino. I think this is where this one came from. Oh, it's terrible. That is terrible, terrible things. All right, let's see. Let's boot it up. I don't think there's any sound, but this took place in the great state of California. No, that's Florida. Florida's the Sunshine State, right? And while we got this going on, let me get a towel, because I went from like a fucking hot ass bathroom. Like, I don't know if I'm the only person who does it, right? But I don't use any like cold water, which I guess the opposite of things, right? And so, like, I'm all super hot, then I get out, temperature changes. And I haven't actually watched all this video, but you can tell. 3 suspect individuals. Up to no good. Got the cookies hoodie. You know what that's about. This is my thing, right? And it has to be terrifying. And this is nothing new, right? This is nothing new. But this has to be terrifying for, this woman, right? This little old lady in there by herself, dealing with this terrible situation, right? I mean, he was the president. He should talk about himself. But I guess this is them running out and getting out of here. So again, like I said, I don't even see where them gentlemen came from. He's out on the get to get out of here, I guess, consider himself the lookout, and he wanders in. But the problem with stuff like this is, people talk about, when it's just the big stores, they got insurance. I think Target, was it Target? I think Target said something like, the numbers, there's a retail association in America. I forgot the exact name. Like retail something, it's like RILA. I can't remember what it is. But they were talking about for every $1 billion in sales, there's almost $750,000 worth of theft, right? And you're like, oh, well, 750,000, that's just, it's not even $1 million, right? You know what I mean? It's not that much. It's a small percentage. But again, sales is not pure profit. You know what I mean? Respect the Sabbath. The fuck is this? Is this a piece of tea leaf in my fucking tea? Kind of bullshit. The yellow hammer like Thor? Really? Terrible. And so what I'm saying is, I think they just closed, they were talking about in San Francisco, I think they just closed like 5 Target stores. They said they had to up security overall across they have 46 times the amount of security that they do on average. That's ridiculous. 46 times. And people think that this is just going to go on forever. If people, again, like I say, big places. But again, you got to think about what happens when these stores close down. Those are hundreds of jobs. The people who are willing to work. They lose out on these opportunities. They have to go and hope, there's opportunities elsewhere. You think about the prices for the people who shop there or once shopped there, if the store closes down, how do they get around somewhere else? Can you imagine a Target customer having to go shop at a place like Walmart? Could you imagine? So it must be degrading, right? Target. All right, let's get into some crazy stuff. Let's look at the crazy people. This crime is happening everywhere, right? Let's look at the crazy people. I got crazy stuff that we can all agree on, that we're living amongst a lot of loonies. Here's the thing I was going to show y'all the other day. I actually got a bunch of them. I'm not even going to show. I think I showed y'all the pregnant woman thing, which is weird. I showed y'all the lesbians with the beards thing. That's weird. I got questions, right? Because lesbians can get beards now. And I don't know the answer to what I'm going to ask y'all. But I want y'all to tell me what you think this individual, which way they lean, what they identify as, or pronouns, with this whole scenario. I don't know. So don't ask me, right? Don't ask me like if I have an answer. I just want to know what y'all think. Because this shit made me throw up a little bit in my mouth when I saw it.
Or men and women bathroom.
Hold on, let me bring that back.
Have gender neutral restrooms, which is very weird to me.
Let's start
Story time. So I think that is very funny how we have these options for men and women bathroom, but a lot of places still do not have gender neutral restrooms, which is very weird to me, because when I walk into a restroom, I have to pick and choose, full of anxiety, which one it is that I'm going to go into, because I'm always questioned.
Imagine your anxiety being about what bathroom you're going to use. Imagine that being your biggest form of anxiety. I got questions.
I'm always going to be looked at and gawked at by somebody who think I'm in the wrong place, or maybe I've been mistaken, or maybe I'm just a little bit crazy, and maybe I'm a little bit of a predator. So for my safety, I have to always...
Their safety. For their sake, you don't understand why nobody would know, or why people would question what is going on here. Has a Josh, you got the feminine sounding voice with the girly makeup on. Got a man head. Got the man beard thing going on, but again, that's a very manicured beard. It could be one of those new things, one of the new contraptions that they're dropping, the fake beards, right? So again, who knows? And you got questions as to when you go into the bathroom, people are confused. The people are confused. The people in the bathrooms who know which bathrooms they're supposed to be in are the confused people. Stay tuned. I got something good coming up for y'all from Chicago. If y'all like this, y'all are going to love this.
Please wait until there is a place where I can go in and somebody is not going to try to discriminate against me. This would be something that I would not have to worry about as a gender nonconforming person if there was restroom options designed for people like me.
Imagine how self-centered and conceited you must be to think that it's not you that is out of the norm. It is everybody else is the problem. Imagine this, right? Imagine that, you're such a nonconformist. Terrible. Imagine being such a nonconformist that you feel that conforming is the problem. Not that, hey, I just feel like I'm a little different. No, I blame normal people for being normal. I don't know. Like, exactly. 17, put it perfectly. You want people to conform to you, but you're non-conforming. That is self-centered. It's frankly odd. We all know it's very odd. But again, these people are the most conceited individuals in the world, right? And these are the people who should have got spanked as children. His parents let them do whatever, obviously whatever. And they feel like the world owes them something because they exist. And 9 times out of 9, these people contribute nothing to society, but expect everything from society. Who said it? Ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country. Now it's like, ask not what a gender can do for you, but ask what we should do for the non-conformist. Like, it's just like, it's some weird shit going on, right? It's very, very odd. I don't know, like, if I was creating a player on a video game, I don't know what the base of this player, I don't know what this player base would be like. I don't know if you started off with the feminine base. I don't know, right? I don't know. This looked like a nigga I used to work with when I was a warehouse lead. Nigga always came to work late. If he wore makeup, this would look just like that. It might be that nigga. I don't know. But again, you know, it's a whole nother thing. I don't know. Hit the randomize button. Goddamn, that's about right. That's about right. Last time I played the fucking Sims, I'm pretty sure something like this came out. I mean, you just pick all the little random personalities and shit. Yeah, but that's unfortunate, right? Very, very unfortunate. I don't know what it is. I don't really care, honestly. But let's get some more oppressed people while I go and find me a towel, because the lights, then hopping out the shower, and like halfway being in AC, I'm doing this whole sweaty, cold, hot thing going on. And yeah, I'm feeling like I'm back in the garage again.
So to start, the way that I use bun self pronouns is in place of more gendered nicknames. So like instead of saying like a chick or, you know, gal, I'll say bun. And so the reason is I'm non-binary and I feel like bun perfectly encapsulates the balance of my masculine and feminine characteristics. When I think of my femininity, I think of those old lady waitresses at the diners that call everyone hun. And when I think of my masculinity, I think of that very like Canadian, like, oh yeah, bud. Oh fuck yeah, bud. And so for me, bun occupies that perfect middle, that exact halfway spot between, oh, let me get that for you, hun, and fuck yeah, bud. Bud, hun, bun. So to start, the way that I use bun self pronouns is in place of more
society.
Shout out to Dan, the motherfucking man with the plan. Appreciate the super chat. Love. I wonder how Bun B feels about this. Right? Yes. Oh, I need to boot that up. I had something I was supposed to do. Like I said, I just this weekend got away from him because I really have a whole layout. I got to sketch something. I'm starting to do plans and things. Because there's a different energy I want to bring to stuff. I'm actually start recording things. I have scheduled my life. I just need to do it. But y'all know what I'm going to say. Is this motherfucker wearing cornrows? Who did it? If these cornrows look terrible. These cornrows get done in Canada. It would make sense. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. That's definitely not whoever did Iverson's cornrows. I know that shit. But again, like I said, again, if they got that bull ring, they're usually on some bullshit. Okay. Every now and then, I think I've met, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever met somebody like with a bull ring that's not on some really, really woke type left field. So they're always like outside the fringes of society. Like, I don't know what it is. What is it? Septum piercing? I will sip my tea to that. All right. Let's get these weirdies out the way. Because like I told you, I got something really good coming for y'all if you are anywhere near Shot Town.
I'm not sure, but Z doesn't want broccoli. You'll have to ask Zem about that. I'm not sure, but I think these are theirs. I heard Z runs a shop by Zarcel. Love that for them. Z doesn't want broccoli. You'll have to ask.
Z looks like broccoli. So how the fuck does Z not want any goddamn broccoli with this weird fucking outfit? And those earrings, like, what's going on? Like, I don't know what's on them, but it seems like this is part 17, neopronoun. Again. We'll get to the top. We'll get to the top, Evan. You can sit around or you can leave. It's not clickbait. Obviously, you're not familiar with the den, but have a seat. You'll enjoy it. Or maybe not. Anyway, Zim, this situation is it's crazy, right? This is the wild stuff. This is what I'm saying. Like 17. I didn't even see that at the bottom. 17. Can you imagine 17? I can't think of 17 individual pronouns, much less a part 17 of various wild pronouns. You know, let's switch over to the next one. How do you prefer your broccoli? Do we have any anti-broccoli people in here? I'm a big fan of broccoli. I think broccoli is great. All right. So, I got a lot of shit to show y'all before we get to the topic, right? Let's just rock with it. I'm not even going to tell y'all. I'm not even going to give y'all a heads up. Okay. Well, like I say, it's a little different. This may not be what you're used to in your usual community. It's not a channel. It's a community. And we do things a little differently. We will get to the main topic. I tend to talk about a lot of stuff, and then we get to the point eventually.
You are not a unique snowflake, no matter what you call yourself, you goofball millennial. At this point, this is pretty standard fare. Boring.
All right. I'm going to give me some of those glasses, though. Appreciate the love, Dan the man. You just made some broccoli? So, yeah, it is. It's definitely not a naturally occurring thing. You'd be like that girl, that chick that Cat Williams got into it with. I make a mean broccoli. What is the recipe for broccoli? All right. Like I said, I got some stuff. Y'all know. I'm just gonna let it go. I'm gonna let y'all make y'all's own decision. I'm not here to influence. I'm here just to show you guys. Like I say, it's always that, right? It's always something there, right? And again, what's the motherfucking deal? What's going down? Is that the teeth piercing thing? Or like, I don't know if it's like the upper gum. I don't know if it's like a teeth thing. But again, Cult Classic Cage, what's the motherfucking deal? How are you doing this evening? Like what do you go through in your life? What do you go through in what do you go through in your life that just makes you go from, hey, society's cool, it's all good, and then you kind of go far left field, right? Let me pause this. What makes you get to this point? I think there's like one eyebrow over here with a piercing. This kind of eyebrow's kind of fade. I don't know if that one got wiped out. Then you got like all the piercing, like 1, 2, 3. I don't know if that's a zit or a piercing down here. Some of these are kind of sketchy. There's some zit piercing combinations going on around the bottom of the chin. Nose thing going on here. Again, multiple nose things. Liberal arts degree. Again, it's wild, but yeah, you go to these schools, and you get indoctrinated. I've been learning a lot of crazy stuff. I had to put together some patio furniture, and so I was listening to a very good book, and some of the stuff that was just being said, man. I like to hear counter arguments to things, and it was just some points that were being made out because a lot of people say, hey, you make money accessible to everybody, and things would change. and I'm not a firm believer in that, but some things were pointed out. I'm gonna do a little bit more digging, and I'm gonna provide y'all with that information hopefully in the upcoming week. All right, we're out of there. I said y'all. Let me see if I got it. Because there's a thing going on in Chicago that they're going to be doing, but I don't have it pulled up. I might have put it in another folder. So I'll just show y'all this.
I pity such creatures.
I bet I let the other thing. I'll replay that while I pull this up.
Can anyone in the den ever fathom being young and ugly? Such was inconceivable before evidence to the contrary was presented. I pity such creatures.
Don't stop in the wrong place. That's all I'm going to say. In the wrong neighborhood, sometimes people get the wrong ideas, and I appreciate the love, 17.
Bitch, what are you doing opening my goddamn car? What the fuck are you doing, bitch?
Well, that was scary.
Bitch, what are you doing opening my goddamn car? What the fuck are you doing, bitch?
Well, that was scary.
Those kids have now been traumatized by a dope fiend. Dope fiend thought he was parking up to get some action. And yeah. Got the wrong fucking idea on that one, Chief. I showed y'all this. that. So I talk about super duper liberal stuff, right? And how I really feel like ultra liberal people are the real racist people. I'm going to give you guys, Golden Girls thing was great. That was a great. We had a bad habit of seeing that in the Discord for a while. Just check this out, right? This is what's going on in some of these, what do they call them? Those diversity awareness meetings. This is a Zoom diversity awareness meeting. One of those things I hope I never have to be a part of. This is terrible.
The thing is, we have to think, critically and self-reflexively about our own whiteness and sort of what the assumptions are that we bring to the workplace based on that whiteness. I think, and I'll go first. I'll share one of mine.
Please.
One of my biggest, I think, vestiges of the white culture that I was raised in is that I expect a workplace to be quiet. And when I have had the honor of working with people of color, there is another volume at which things are set sometimes in the workplace. And I wonder if that is my own whiteness sort of expecting that, right? And imposing that on the workplace. I think.
Did y'all catch all of that? Did y'all catch all of that was said? Because we got a lot of people in this society who it's not the message. It's not the message at all that they care about. It's the way that you said the message. And that's how people operate. It's not what I'm saying. If I yell it at you because I'm passionate about it, even though I mean well for you and I'm trying to tell you the truth, people are like, shut the fuck up because, yeah, I don't like the way you're saying it. But then people can put things so eloquently and the shit will slip right by you if you're not paying attention. Travel down that road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. Do, do, do. And if you threw a party. I'm all off beat. Look, I'm trying to, we'll save karaoke night for another time. I know everybody's like, oh, that was terrible. My ears are ruined. But I want y'all to just hear a couple of things, right? This is just peek the few little subtle things. And again, people who mean well, right? But sometimes you just got to say that shit. And we don't have to accept all this dumb shit. Just listen. I'm going to break it down real quick.
One of my biggest, I think, vestiges of the white culture that I was raised in is that I expect a workplace to be quiet.
Them niggas is loud. Niggas don't ever shut the fuck up, and they get on my nerves. I wasn't raised like this.
When I have had the honor of working.
Now, what is it? I think the body language thing is looking to the left is when you're thinking, and looking to the right is when you're making shit up, right? And when you're looking to the right, you're making shit up. Which you just said, yeah, when I've worked with, let me go ahead and clean this up. When I've had the honor, look, bro, I'm going to tell y'all something. I'd have worked with a lot of niggas in my life. I ain't never had the honor of working with no niggas. Niggas get on my nerves too. Like, we should be able to say what we truly feel, right? I'm a firm believer. Like, let me know how the fuck you feel. Toxic, I address your point of personal privilege. What was that shit? The Democratic Socialist meeting? You couldn't fucking clap because it was triggering people, and people were triggered because they were whispering. It was terrible stuff, right? Terrible, terrible thing, man. Oh, wow. You talking about Tommy Sotomayor's white girlfriend? I don't know. I might be wrong. But
with people of color, there is another volume at which things are set sometimes in the workplace. And I wonder if that is my own whiteness sort of expecting that.
This. Hold on, I need to see something. Because I don't know if these people's pictures are kind of freeze frame.
Is we have to,
or are they moving in their videos?
Think, critically and self-reflexively about our own whiteness and sort of what the assumptions are that we bring to the workplace based on that whiteness. I think, and I'll go first. I'll share one of mine. One of my biggest, I think, and I'm not going to
go all the way through it. But again, you can tell it bothers her that, black folks got a couple extra octaves, couple of extra, damn, I can't even think what the shit is called. Starts with the A, and it's going to kill me. But anyway, and she just, excuse me, and it really bothers her, but she has to play it off like, I just respect it because that's what they are. But then you start to label all niggas this way. In a working environment, I don't want to talk to you, right? I don't want to, decibels is what I was thinking. Not didn't start A, fucking decibels with a D. I don't want to talk. I just give me my assignment, give me whatever I got to do. That is my task for the day. This is what we need to accomplish. Bam, I'm going to knock that shit out. Don't fucking bother me for the rest of the fucking day. Like, unless there's a major malfunction, unless Godzilla coming and about to fucking blow the store down, we need to escape. Like, don't fuck with me, right? Like, I don't want to socialize. I don't want to talk. I want to stay busy and, get whatever needs to be done. So this now labels us all as black. So even with your intentions is trying to be respectful of black people, and now you've labeled us all a certain kind of way. That's why I say, like, this ultra woke shit, it goes too far, because it does the exact thing that I was thinking amps, but it wasn't amps. It was decibels. I was thinking of amplified and then up in the decibels, and so I had I wasn't thinking properly. And so, yeah, it does the exact opposite of what you intend to do. You tend to be respectful and, this and this. But in reality, just look, you got your culture. Other folks got their own cultures. Respect people for being an individual. That's why I say I handle everything as an individual case. Like, I don't care about your race. I don't care about your sex, your 372 genders. Like, if you're a straight up person and we can have a respectable conversation, cool. I may talk about people in generalities because people tend to fall under those umbrellas for me to make the points I want to make. But if I meet you as an individual, you may have some of these characteristics, or you may fall under one of these, things that I speak on. I'm not going to insult you. I'm not going to be disrespectful to you. None of that. We can have a conversation. We had a gentleman who used to, fucking Heidi. We had a gentleman who used to be in here, and y'all all used to say, "Oh, Honcho, you hate the gays." And that gentleman used to call in, and I would give him more time than anybody to speak. And we had several long conversations, right? Even though I may say what I say and I may feel the way I feel, I respect people on an individual level. That's what it needs to be. Instead of trying to group and BIPOC, and I swear BIPOC, every time I hear that, I think of like a rapper or something, or fucking a gay Tupac or some shit. I don't know. I hate that fucking phrase. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody want to get down with the people of color shit. When they was putting the dogs on motherfuckers, when they called motherfuckers colored, I ain't see anybody else. I didn't see no Indians or the Asians or any of those other individuals, right? I didn't see y'all. But now BIPOC, about to drop an album, new We Are the World or some shit. Everybody want to be a part of that. Fuck that shit. Everybody be who they are. I respect people for their situations. Let me run through a couple of more things, and I want to get on the Ethan Crumbley thing and talk about it. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, right? And I'm wrong often. Oh, here's the thing I'm going to find out. Okay, let me play this for y'all. Just tell me what y'all think about this new curriculum in certain schools in certain parts of the country.
Taking steps to create more inclusive and supportive schools. One change that will be implemented this school year relates to our school bathrooms. In compliance with new federal guidelines, all CPS students and staff will have fair and equitable access to bathroom facilities that align with their gender identity. We will be providing all schools with updated signage that makes our bathrooms more inclusive. It will identify the fixtures available in each restroom and make it clear that all restrooms are open for use by anyone who feels comfortable. Staff will continue to have staff-only restrooms available to them. This is an incredibly important step to increase gender equity for all, which is why we will be requiring all schools to post this signage by December 1st of this school year. Our district's Office of Student Protections and Title IX is also working on a long-term plan to create more permanent signage for our bathrooms.
I encourage you to visit our website at cps.edu/OSP to learn more about our comprehensive approach to creating more inclusive, equitable, and safe schools. If you have any questions, you can email us at osp@cps.edu.
Isn't it funny that, what is the acronym for Chicago Public Schools, CPS? It's also the same for Child Protective Services. Because that's the first thing I thought of when I saw CPS. I'm going to be honest, dog. Just call it genital bathrooms. Like, you know what genitals you got. Certain bathrooms work better for certain genitals than others, right? I got to take a piss. The magic of being a man is I can piss anywhere. I get to piss standing up. So this bathroom has urinals for people. I don't know, but then bitches might get all weird, start trying to, let me just back this thing up to that urinal. That has to be messed like, that's disgusting. I'm a terrible person. But, you know what I'm saying? Oh, shit. I don't, the Texans were terrible. That was going to happen anyway. Last game was 31-3. We don't talk about fuck the Texans. But again, boys plus, fucking girls plus bathrooms. This, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, hey, look, I got I'm gonna say peas and carrots. I'm taking the fucking the vegetable shit you get out the fucking frozen food section. But I got the carrot and onions over here, right? I use this bathroom. You got the hatchet wound, you use the other bathroom. That's how it works, right? Somebody gonna say, you're so grotesque, you're vernacular, you're just disrespectful. You know what the fuck is going on. What's the deal? Broderick's here, everybody, so the show is over. So Broderick's like the Sandman. But this is terrible. Like, this is what I'm saying. We've gotten to the point where we care so much about trying to push this gender identity. We care more about identity than education. That's where we are now. Even though you just had the situation, I showed you a couple of weeks ago, where the dude was acting, whatever, going in the girl's bathroom, harassing the chick, and apparently there was more than one victim, right? That that had happened, right? But the school didn't want to say anything because I'm assuming the gentleman or whatever identified a certain way. And if you say certain things about certain individuals, well, you got 1,000 different fucking groups who will come down on your head and try to cancel you, try to accuse you of all kind of things that don't make any sense. And it's crazy. it's really crazy, right? And it's unfortunate because this is what we're teaching the children now matters more than anything else, right? You know what I'm saying? Look, you're gonna have to have an official patter downer at the goddamn things. That's terrible. But this is where we are, right? This is where we are at in the world, that they care more about, you know, making sure that people who have confusion going on that they're dealing with feel comfortable by making the masses uncomfortable. This is where we are, right? This is what's going on. But, you know, it is what it is. The one good thing about the Texans loss, though, is we're getting closer and closer. We only got, what, 17-game season? So what, about 4 or 5 games left, something like that? I don't know what the record is. But Broderick and the free barbecue. Because the Texans ain't winning no 5 games, nigga. So, okay, a couple of more things. Like I said, we'll start talking about Ethan Crumbley and that whole fucked up situation. That's a fucked up situation. And I want to talk about the thing I want to talk about around that is not, it's that, but the way things are being held. I told y'all, now they got 2 wins. They have 2 wins. The Jags and the Titans, but I don't know how many it's been after that. Pregnant men. Oh, didn't I show y'all the video of the pregnant man last time? I'll show y'all. If I didn't, I'll show y'all. All right, let me run through these real quick for y'all. I can't show y'all everything because we'll be on here all night, but
become who we're destined to be.
All right.
So the content of this lesson is the film, right? And so through watching clips in the film, what we want students to be able to do is to identify and define 3 characteristics of white supremacy. And in response to that, this idea of resistance that we opened up this session with is brainstorming ways to cultivate community, right? In relation to that white supremacy that we identify. So the essential question is, in what ways can we reimagine new possibilities for our communities, right? That transcend, that transform white supremacy. And as you can see on the right, this lesson hits many standards in English language arts and literacy, and even more so. There's so many ways to extend. You'll find that in creating ethnic studies lessons that it's very easy to meet standards because they're so rich and they're so engaging and ask us to engage in so many analyses of critical analyses of texts.
These motherfuckers are doing a lesson on Colin Kaepernick's fake ass fucking show. Okay? This is where we are in society. This shit that just came out, we got motherfuckers watching Netflix talking about white supremacy and in these fucking shows, right? And again, it's fucking crazy. It blows my mind. But, you know, sometimes I think about it. Sometimes I think about it and I say, you know what? Yes, this is, I think Ebony was right. This is a clickbait show. I'm a terrible person. I'm going to change the name of this shit to the clickbait show. It'll probably get way more viewers. I'm like, hey, what kind of clickbait's going on in there? But this shit right here, bro. The man who benefited from white supremacy, complaining about white supremacy, the man who said that the opportunity for young men to go make millions of dollars in their lifetime, if not tens of millions of dollars, is just like being put on the slave auction block. Right? This guy. Let's not, I don't want to hear about white supremacy from the person who benefited from all the shit. Y'all know I don't want to hear about shit anyway, like, because I think it makes niggas weak, dog. It provides this weak mentality. And what it does, it just tells niggas you're inferior no matter what you do. Magical white man, he's going to push this magic button that he has in his house and it's just going to be a pressure for you for always. We live in a time where opportunities are greater than ever, but yet this idea of the fact that you're downtrodden is more impactful than ever, right? And then, like I said, when you add the BIPOCs to it, you know, everybody else, you know, who's somehow oppressed, and then you lump them in a group, it's like I don't get any of this. Like, it makes my brain hurt, right? And this is coming from a person at one point in time, I used to think a completely different way, right? And I don't think I ever was like extreme with it. I don't think I think that's probably part of it, because I was never just extreme with it. I've always had, different associations just because of the situation I was in. But so I never believed, oh, all white people are terrible, all this, and this. But it was just like, now it's just baffling. I sit back and sometimes wonder, I reflect, I'm like, was I ever even remotely this fucking crazy? Like, I couldn't have been, right? The world did not get like this until recently. Or am I tripping? Like, 'cause I promise you, like, I've been fucking with the internet for a long time. There was some spells I took like off the internet when I was on some other shit, and I just, I didn't fuck with it for some years. I was doing God knows what, right? And then I came back to fucking with it because I was always a computer lover, right? I've always loved PCs. I always loved fucking with them and just, getting into shit with them. But it's still, even then, like that lapse I took, and it still didn't seem like the world was like, this seems like Trump election forward. This feels like Trump running for president forward. That this shit has just blown up, right? Like, I know I'm not tripping. You know what I mean? Porn wasn't always free, Heidi. Porn wasn't always free. Back in the day when we were talking about AOL, I had to wait for those kilobytes to load, right? You know what I mean? You had to try to sneak on the internet, hope your shit wasn't making a whole bunch of noise. And the computer was in the fucking living room, right? Doesn't come out here, catch me on the interwebs, and everything was fucking slow. So it took like 13 seconds to close the window and shit. But anyway, that's a whole other story for another time and place. It's Sunday, but it's not Sunday night confessions tonight. We'll say that for next week. Oh, I don't know. But what I'm thinking too about next week, I think I may do Friday and Saturday instead of Saturday and Sunday. I don't know. We'll see how these things work out. But yeah, the KBs. See, now we working in MBs and GBs. Back in the Gap, I was a pioneer of the internet, working with the KBs, baby. Talking about hours, 3 to 4 hours just to download a fucking MP3 off fucking LimeWire. And it wasn't fucking 50 Cent Mini Man. It was fucking Soulja Boy, shitty ass, you, or some other bullshit song some nigga that made trying to get you to listen to their fucking trash ass shit, or probably virus, who knows. Anyway, they're teaching classes on fucking Colin Kaepernick, right? Like, we're so desperate for modern day saviors, for modern day MLKs, that we'll just take anybody, right? There's nobody on that level. That's why they went so hard with the George Floyd situation. They're going so hard with Colin Kaepernick, trying to make him seem like he's this, like he did something. You know what I'm saying? He did nothing. He did nothing. Back in those AOL days, there were no live streams. Only catfishing. Chat rooms and catfishing. ASLRP. I guess the race played back into a thing back then. Who knows? Anyway, Heidi's a terrible person. Some things will never change. The man with the pregnant man. Like I said, I thought I showed y'all last year. If I didn't, let me pull it up real quick. I showed y'all the person who tied themselves to the pole because they didn't want to get pushed into the train. I did. I showed y'all that last time. Showed y'all all that wokey woke stuff there. Okay. Did I ever show y'all the Sweet Baby Ray's recipe? I think I might keep that to myself. I showed y'all the fight where the chick hit the dude in the head with the bottle. I don't think I showed y'all the fight in the mall. Those are all videos I cannot show y'all. Make sure I got all the stuff up where I want it. I think I put some things in some other folders. But anyway, let's go.
A few months ago, Modern Warrior made a video talking about how he was going to try and fight systemic racism by not getting out of the way of white people on the sidewalk. Good for him. Love that idea. The same thing applies to women. So how are you fighting the patriarchy? How are you fighting the misogynistic society that we live in? And how...
Why did she stopped that video and then started re-recording again? Why? 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 Why does she look really, really old? Why? Because she stumbled probably on misogyny, whatever the fuck she was saying after that. And she had to like stop the video. Let me just start right here. I was doing good right here. I've never heard of Modern Warrior, but here's my thing with like a lot of the SJW types, a lot of the social justice quote unquote warriors. Most of the motherfuckers ain't fighting shit. Most of the motherfuckers don't want to bust a grape. And if it really got down to some quote unquote warrior shit, they're going to go run call the police who they want to abolish.
How are you practicing intersectional feminism? Taking Lance's idea, I decided to try that because I have always noticed that I will get out of the way of men as they're walking towards me on the sidewalk to let them go around. So I was in Seattle last weekend. I made an effort not to do that, and I was doing really great. But at one point, I was holding my daughter's hand. This
is not true. What she's saying is absolutely false. 9 times out of 10, I will move out of the way to allow, if there is a limited space, to allow a woman to have, you know, the ability to walk through, right? I understand that I hold physical prowess over the majority of women. So, you know, I don't abuse that. And I allow, hey, you know, you can go by, you can go, whatever. I'm not out there fucking shoulder checking women and their little kids. You little bitch, get the fuck out the way. Like, this, this is crazy, right? This is how she's fighting the patriarchy. By being rude, and not, you know, deliberately not, you know, giving the right of way to people.
3 years old, and these two white boys, they were like in their 20s, were coming towards us, and it was quite clear that they were just gonna run right into us until my daughter and I literally had to get in the road to get out of their way. Fuck the patriarchy. A few months ago, Modern Warrior made a video.
See, this is the thing that people get upset on. Like, they have to find the new one because the racism doesn't exist like they want it to. The prejudice does not exist like they want it to. They go find these little fucking nuances to prove a point when you can prove how much progression people have made since, well, in some areas since, you know, the 20s, the 30s, 60s, whatever you want to. I think there's the 60s, late 50s, things kind of took a wayward angle. But anyway, and you can talk about how much life has improved for groups as a whole since then. But instead, we want to pick and choose like, yeah, it's not that society as a whole now is shit and rude and impolite because we don't interact with one another like we used to. Now it's people not moving out of the way, patriarchy. Like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? Like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, whatever. Real quick, take your kids out of public schools.
One of my students asked me why every conversation in class devolves into me ranting about capitalism. It's because I'm the teacher that your parents warned you about. I'm the professor that's going to turn your kids leftist. Welcome. One of my students asked me why
To be honest, if my kid was in a class with a teacher who looked like this, pull him out of school. It's that simple. If I fucking went to the open house and I saw anything remotely close to this, changing classes, if that the opportunity is not available, well, homeschool it is. And the crazy thing about the people who complain about capitalism, and I don't know how much they benefit from it, but anyway, I think that I ain't even finna get into the Rona shit. I ain't gonna do it. This is a video, but I don't know what the fuck it is, so we're just gonna figure it out together.
Oh my fucking God.
Imagine just being a person who got your little business going, you got your little shop set up at the flea, you know, you're next to your partner, talking, hey buddy, hey my friend, special deal just for you, my friend, special deal just for you, my friend. And like, I've always wondered, like, when those dudes say, like, how long have we been friends? Why do I get this special deal just for me? Why am I your friend? But I have better friends in flea markets that I've never seen ever again. And some people will call you their friends in real life. Yeah. But again, robbing, stealing, scumbag shit. Like, the way things work, like, there's a reason they say money is in circulation. There's a reason why they call it currency. But you got people who just want to be scumbags, who want to be pieces of shit. People who just want to steal, don't want to work for nothing, and then go out and swap it with other scumbag people. Now, I'm just saying, if I get a special deal from my friend, you know, or if I get a special deal from, say, dog, I got this thing on me, you know, the deal is a deal, right? Who am I not to take the deal, right? Right, again. Well, I'm telling y'all, my goal is to get rich enough to where I can start a for-profit prison. I know it sounds crazy, but that's my new mission in life. Fully digitized. Like, it's gonna be kind of like some of them super easy prisons in, like, what is that, like Sweden and Greenland and shit, and motherfuckers, like, those fucking prisons over there are like goddamn class apartments here in America. Motherfuckers to walk around, you know, they're smoking cigarettes with the guards outside. There's like no fucking nothing. You could. It's crazy. That's right. Let's keep the blicky on you. Dog, it's a crazy world we're living in, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they got it good. Like, if y'all see like some of these overseas prisons, like, now there's some shit in like the Philippines, but like, what was it? What was it like? The world's toughest prisons. Like, he went to this fucking Filipino prison. It was shit. The motherfucking beds were overcrowded. Like, motherfuckers were in there for all kinds of shit. Yeah, I'm in here for murder. I'm gonna get out next week. And then, the motherfuckers, like, he went to this other one. I want to say like in Greenland or Iceland or whatever. And they're like, yeah, man, the guards over here don't know what they're doing, and it's not nice. Because the guards at the other place, they would talk to you and, you know, do all that. And he's like showing the prison, and it's like a fucking dog. It's like a dope ass part. Motherfuckers got a kitchen. They got like this big open ass hallways. They go to their own little individual rooms. Like, these motherfuckers making hash and all kind of shit. And the priest's like, yeah, you see that? Those cigarette, those little birds right there, that's from hash. They fucking go outside, talk to the guard. It looks like a fucking office, bro. It looks like a goddamn office. I don't know what this fucking weird bot spam thing. I keep saying this fucking vast thing. But like, they're fucking bitches are dope. Like, I'd go international. Fuck, commit all the fucking crimes. Like, their prisoners are nowhere near as bad as American fucking criminals. Like, it's crazy. It's a wild fucking thing. Let me just do these real quick. I don't know if I showed y'all this from last week. If I didn't, it's worth watching it.
Hey, y'all chill. Hey, y'all chill. Y'all chill. Y'all chill. Y'all chill. Y'all chill. Leave me alone. Y'all chill, bruh. Look, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Should have walked away. Hey, y'all chill. Hey, y'all chill. Y'all chill. Y'all chill. Y'all chill. Y'all chill. Leave me alone. Y'all chill, bruh. Look, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Should have walked away.
See, people like this person here in the black feel very weak, right? They feel like they've been kicked down, there was punched down on by society. And physically, I think they are fucking pretty weak. She didn't budge, that bitch. Those pants. What's going on with those pants? Pants look like a fucking solar system. She didn't even budge that bitch. And it's just like, I'm not saying I'm a bully. I'm not saying I ever was a bully. Even though some kid alleged that I threw him in a trash can once. It's like we were grown when he said this. I don't remember it. Maybe he's been harboring that for a long time. I don't know. But when you feel like you got the short hand and or the short end of the stick and you got nothing, right? And you try to fight back. I think that's why these people are mass in numbers. These are people who end up being like, I guess, those super woke Antifa type people, because they just feel like they got no power nowhere else. It's the internet, the internet gives them power, right? Like, I guess, say things and not have to suffer the repercussions immediately. And then this is what happens. Yeah, I don't think it happened.
Hey, y'all chill. Hey, y'all chill. Y'all chill. Y'all chill. Y'all chill. Y'all chill. Leave me alone. Y'all chill, bruh. Look, leave me alone. Leave me alone.
She like whipped that chick's ass with like one hand. Look at this. She kind of hit both with the phone and the leg kick.
Hey, y'all chill. Y'all chill.
One.
Y'all chill. Y'all chill. Y'all chill.
Are those Timberlands? She got Timberlands? Oh,
y'all chill, bruh. Look, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Should have walked away.
I don't think. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you keep going back. Like, why? Like, what do you think you're going to do? But, it is what it is. I don't remember throwing a kid in the trash can. He says I did. I don't think I did. If I did, I guarantee he deserved it. Because, like, I would, in school, I was like, dude, I would always, like, stop motherfuckers from picking on people. But he claims I did it. Maybe he had me mistaken with somebody else. Maybe I did do it.
Do any of you men have any eggs or the possibility of carrying a fetus? How dare you talk about what a fetus wants? You have no idea.
I was a fetus once.
Now, I'm fine if you disagree with abortion. I have no problem with that. My problem comes when you tell me what I need to do with my doctor and my family. How dare you? How dare you? Do any of you...
Does Whoopi even have kids? Whoopi's got to be like pushing 80 now, right? I don't know. I don't know. Whoopi's got grandkids? Where's she buy them at? Where does she buy those children? I just bought this baby cash, nigga. That's odd. She must have had like a surrogate. I don't know. Maybe was Whoopi ever seen pregnant?
Men have any eggs or the possibility of carrying a fetus? How dare you talk about what a fetus wants?
That's like the dumbest argument, the dumbest statement I've ever heard. Right? We were all fetuses at once, right? Do what you do, but don't act like you have sole control over that. You want that check. Anyway. So, Whoopi, hate to tell you guys, you might not have recognized, but Whoopi just said some extremely transphobic shit. And I won't stand for it. Okay? Because I support. I'm not gonna lie. Plot twist. It was just gas. I don't know, right? Let me get to the topics. We've been talking about a bunch of stuff. I don't know, right? I don't understand. And maybe I'm wrong, but the testosterone injections have to have an impact on that child, right? They have to have an impact on that child, right? Because you're actively taking testosterone. Your body's doing whatever it's doing with it. And I'm sure these people are doing that with child. Like, it has to have an impact on that child. Like, again, this is these weird games we play, right? But what you see happens is you've seen a lot of, I've seen a few of those, what do they call them, detransitioning videos. But what happens is, the human mind is crazy because once you commit to something, a lot of people, once they commit to certain things, they have to, like, because people hate to appear to be wrong. They double down, they triple down, right? They'll quadruple down, no matter how bad it gets, right? And they'll do even more extreme shit. Like, I don't know, man. But Whoopi's a transphobe, and that's all I got. That's all I got to say about that. All right. Oh, and you weren't lying about the thing you just said, Heidi, a few messages ago. If you don't think this shit is crazy, and this is wilder, wow, because that's a Danny the trans dad. Like, imagine basing your whole existence off of your sexuality. Call me Honcho Man Dick. I got a dick. I got a penis. I walk around with my penis every day. Sometimes I wake up with my penis in my hand. I'm proud of it. I got one. I'm just proud to be the man with a penis. And, I use my penis. I use it quite often. Like, it's a crazy thing. And the kids have no shot, bro. Like, imagine entering the genetic lottery and this is what you fucking get. Of all the opportunity for regular shit out there, and you just like, damn, this is what I got? Piece of shit. But what you said about people who go and defend abortions the most aggressively, check this crazy. These are the people I have problems with. Like, I get that there's situations I talk about, all kind of different things. I understand people, I understand situations, right? But it's these people right here who I have a problem with. And I'm not talking about who's on the screen. Just watch. And of course, the name Queen City Feminist. Imagine being this fucking, like, what? You have to hate yourself, right? Like, you're hating a part of yourself. The only people who love this shit, like, I understand people who look at it and say, I made a mistake, I'm not ready. And they do it, it happens, and they go on and, like, not to continue to make the mistake. Like, but the people who use it as a form of birth control, once you start getting into the double digits, you're bragging about it. You like that fucking episode of South Park when they were wrestling, and then fucking Carmen was like, yeah, I'm only 9 and I've had 10 abortions. When he's playing that fucking female wrestler character. Like, what has to go on? Like, there are people that are around you, that live around you, that walk next to you every day. You probably work with some of them. Might be buddies of yours on the internet. There might be people in the den right now. Right now. We need to smoke them out who feel like this. Now, like, I don't think they're in the den. They've left a long time ago. I think the ones who did stay a little bit, they've left. But you know what the craziest thing about this? Usually the people who think like this are the most unattractive, the most, you know what I'm saying? What are you saying, Heidi? You're a terrible person. Oh yes, it would have carried on. It led to a lot of other problems. But again, could you imagine how good sports would be right now? Could you imagine Jordan who, right? But they're usually wild wildebeest looking motherfuckers who look like that first person with the makeup and dreads and all that other fucking shit going on. Like, they're usually some crazy looking motherfucker who nobody wants to be with. So they say this outrageous shit just so somebody pays attention to them. Like, this is, you know what I'm saying? This is fucking out of whack, though. Like, they're mentally off, and it's disturbing. But anyway, all right. So let's jump back to the thing. I'm pretty sure I have some videos to bring back here in a bit. I got plenty of stuff. I want to open up the lines. I want to take some calls and do some things here, and get back to it. Welcome to the Den Show. It's a show in the den, and it's live. Yeah. Terrible. I gotta fix the thing. The other shit look way better. Why is it all green like this? Anyway. Yeah, I fucking move the lights around, and when I move the lights around, whatever. Anyway. Middle of my fucking nostril here, so I know it. I need to shape it. Son of a bitch. Anyway, so I want to talk about the situation with Ethan Crumbley, right? And if you don't know who Ethan Crumbley is, let me bring up this other screen so you guys I can show y'all the shit. I heard about that outbreak on that cruise ship, even though everybody was fully jabbed. Anyway. So, I don't have Ethan, the whole thing up here. I got more about his parents up here. Okay. So Ethan Crumbley is the kid. I believe he was like 15. And he had the shooting at oh, that's terrible, Heidi. That's such a small percent, though. That's like a tiny percent. I think they said it's been like 3 million or something like that. The possibility of 3 million women could have been raped and get pregnant in their lifetime. So if you think about the birthing age, so I wouldn't say that they die. So like, what is it? I think I said the average age of the change is like 52, something like that. And let's say, I think the average nowadays has gone up since it used to be. So it's about 13 when it gets to the point where girls, women, whatever you want to call them, can give birth. We all knew the girl in junior high who had a kid. You're like, what the fuck? How does that work? And so if you divide that, it's about somewhere around, I mean, if you do the numbers, right, like the 3 million and you divide the percentage also, it's about 80,000 a year. I did it the other day. I was going to talk about it. It's a little less than 80,000 a year, right? And you're talking about anywhere from 850 to a million abortions in the last, like if we're talking about 2000 to now, there's anywhere from 800,000, 850,000. That's close to the year 2000 to now. It's more along the lines of a million plus, .com, right? So, .com, fucking, reading Heidi's terrible shit. And so when they say that's the reason, well, what about the, like, it's 1%, less than 1% of all cases. So for that to be your argument, the thing that's a tiny fraction of the situation, and that's what you base your whole argument off of, well, you know, we can talk about this in other situations too. It just don't work. You know, it just don't work. All right. So like I said, let's let me pull this up. Let me get the thing up about old Crummy. All right, let me make sure I got this. Fuck it. Let's swap it out. Make sure I don't All right, cool. Let's go. Gotta make sure I ain't got too much information out there, you know, play as fuck up. Let's talk about it. So, Ethan Crumbley, right? The accused Michigan, the dude who did it, high school shooter, told officials that violent drawings he made ahead of his deadly rampage before a video game. Said just one day before Tuesday's mass shooting, Oxford High School counselor and another staff member talked to Ethan Crumbley after he spotted shopping for bullets on his phone. According to the letter published by WXYZ. The morning of the shooting left 4 dead and 7 injured. They talked to his parents about drawings Ethan was making in class about murder and suicide. Superintendent Tim Thorne reportedly wrote. Immediately removed from the classroom, brought to a guidance counselor's office where he claimed the drawing was part of a video game he was designing and informed counselor that he planned to pursue a video game design as a career. I guess Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Anyway, there's a letter. I'm not going to read the whole letter. They're just talking about, you know, he was discovered 29th viewing images of bullets on his cell phone. I was going to say something, but I'm not even going to say that. Remind me like January 30th. I'll tell you what I was going to say. On the morning of November 30th, teacher observed concerning drawings and written statements. And while both of his parents were present, they asked probing questions regarding the potential for self-harm, harm to others. The answer, which were affirmed by his parents during the interview, led counselors again to conclude that he did not intend on committing self-harm or harm to others. Students' parents never advised the school district that he had direct access to a firearm and that they had recently purchased a firearm for him, which is why they were looking for him. Counseling was recommended for him. His parents were notified they had 48 hours to seek counseling for their child, or they would contact CPS, Chicago Public Schools. When the parents were asked to take their son home for the day, they flatly refused and left without their son, apparently to return to work. Given the fact that he had no prior disciplinary action, decisions were made he return to the classroom rather than sent to an empty house. And again, so they're going to have a third-party review of all the incidents, everything going on there. This is Ethan Crumbley, right? Not the little kid that they show you on, not the little kid that they show you on the damn dilly, right? Let's spread it right here so I can actually see it. There we go. This guy looks like a 40-year-old drunk. I'm telling you, I would move to the hood and I would be a snitch. I'd snitch on everybody I knew. I'd be rich. Think about it. Snitch on, like, if you work diligently for like a summer, you could be a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? You could. But anyway, that's a whole other conversation. But this is the guy they showed. I'm gonna be honest. They should have known that there was a problem with this kid, because he damn near has a unibrow, right? I don't trust Anthony Davis. I don't trust anybody who lets the hair in between their eyebrows get remotely thick. Like, even if it's a light connection, I don't trust them, right? I ain't saying you got to be like, metrosexual, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying you're gonna be metrosexual about it, but you obviously are like a societal outcast if you're promoting unibrow wearing in any form or fashion, right? I mean, that's damn near connected. I mean, that's pretty thick. That's like a chick with a light mustache, right? So anyway, so so again, like I said, excuse me, got phlegm going on here. These are parents. She looks like she beats that man, right? So they could not confirm media reports that he had a gun in his backpack. According to reports, let's just say he did, right? Interesting. And then, like I said, these people were on the run. Involuntary manslaughter connected to the shooting. We talked about his drugs and murder and suicide and class for all that good stuff. Like I said, we do this thing. Where we love to show old pictures of people, right? Like the media likes to catfish viewers, right? It's like the chick you meet on the internet and you're like, hey, this chick's hot. She's sending you like fucking 15-year-old pictures from when she was like 20. She's like, appears to be 48 now. But anyway, look way better than you go meet her and she's like, oh shit, what the fuck is this? I need to get off fucking Black Planet. Anyway, but they love to show these pictures. These people right here look remotely close to these people right here? We love showing these old fucking pictures. And it's the same thing. We can talk about incidents with, you know, the Mike Browns and the Trayvons, and we can talk about all this. Show people as they are. Does that mean that they're guilty? Does it mean that they're bad? Does it mean? No, but we should be presenting people as who they've chosen to become. Not what they used to be, not whatever was going on back then. They need to be, even me, even whatever, like if I go do some crazy stuff, you know, go ransack the Playboy. Is the Playboy Mansion still a thing now that Hugh's gone? I don't know. It's probably just a brothel now. But, you know, if I go do some off-the-wall shit, I'm going to show some fucking high school picture of me, you know, when I had the short hair, looking all gentlemanly, you know, or some crazy stuff like me in a suit at fucking prom or some shit like that. Go find like the last stream I did and all the crazy shit that I was talking about, because that's what was on my mind. That's who the fuck I was, right? That's who I chose to become. That's who I chose to be. But again, hey, where's the editor? This is a misfit. The Prince, what are Prince? The Prince of alleged school shooter Ethan Crumbley. Now, again, I think the school failed, but the parents failed, right? And as parents, you love your kids. You don't want to believe that, you know, you might have messed one up. You might not have did right. And I don't know if that's their only child. I'm assuming, but again, I don't know. And you want to feel like your kid is normal. You want to, yeah, with Honcho. And we're like, yeah, that Honcho. Some chick at Walgreens has been very inquisitive every time I go in there, right? So I've got a bunch of questions for me. Yeah, it's like, what does that say? Say Honcho on it? I was wearing one of my Honcho shirts the other day. She's like, yeah, does that say Honcho on it? What does that mean? Yeah, oh, is that what they call you? No, they call me Frank. They call me Frank White. Anyway, I don't answer questions like, but again, as you can tell, you know, it's fucked up because again, like I said, you know, I believe it was on this one, because this little piece of shit right here, this little fucking scumbucket, right? And he's no better than the other fucking scumbucket piece of trash we talked about the other day. The car, the guy that, the guy that everybody's calling the fucking car. I guess he's a fucking transformer. The Waukesha guy. Because nobody says the black guy driving the car. Everybody's calling him the car. that just mysteriously drove through, the Christine that just mysteriously drove through the crowd of people. It's a fucking dude. Like, that's the problem that we have in society. People we don't want to address things as they really are. We don't want to call these fucking pregnant women who get fucking Ellen haircuts and testosterone. We want to call them men now. We don't want to call the killers the killers. We don't want to describe people who they are, whatever it is. But again, you got a situation like this, right? And I know niggas get involved into it and they get emotional. And yeah, so that's what I told it was. It was like it was Japanese. I want to say it was like during the war. They were talking about certain generals were called Honcho and shit like that. And they carried on and a bunch of crazy stuff. But again, these are the people who lost their lives, right? And I don't know about the 7 victims. I don't know. I heard there's a video out there. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I know people said he was knocking on the classroom door, talking about open up. It's the sheriff. This is allegedly what I heard. I don't know if this is true or not, right? Said open up, it's the sheriff. And people are like, nah, we don't feel safe. We don't want to open up. He's like, come on, bro. It's the sheriff. And he said, bro. And so people kind of like jumped out the window and were running off and shit. Again, this is allegedly. I don't know this for a fact. But again, these people right here, young lovers just enjoying life. These people right here done been through some shit. Well, probably because they were on the run for a few days and just got caught up. But again, life changes you a whole lot. This is a community. In pain and mourning. Again, you know, I hate it when, especially when young people who haven't had a chance to really get out and live, go through these kind of things. My concern, like with the school, is if you thought that this person was going this far to the point where you felt like you wanted him to go home, you wanted you brought his parents up there, you did all of this stuff, and the parents are a piece of shit too, and they deserve to be charged because you just bought them a firearm, you're seeing all this stuff, and you're not putting 2 and 2 together. But like I said, as a parent, you don't want to believe that your child is capable of doing that, right? You don't want to believe that. As a parent, you don't want to feel like the seed that came out of you, the one that maybe you should have did like the Christmas tree, is capable of this nonsense. And then, you know, I've said before, oh, wow, that's a good point. What if they did? But if you, as a school official, felt this way, you've seen multiple days this is going on. I'm pretty sure this wasn't the first time he was doing some weird shit. You should have checked the backpack. Like, you should have just checked. Like, what harm would it have been to say, hey, well, let's check you out. We're just kind of concerned, whatever. And then if it would have got hostile then you would have had an issue, right? But let me switch this up. We're going back to the tree. It's not the tree I want to talk about. I'm going to bring this up. I guess put the sound on.
That is right. It is. Something's wrong. So I'm like,
what was worrying everybody? There had been some ominous threats posted in recent days. Is that right?
Yeah, that is right. It is. I've been hearing the threats too, and it's like, kids they play around and say, oh, we're gonna shoot up the school. Or this. You don't supposed to play around with that. Right. Like, this is serious. You can't do that. So I mean, like, there's a lot of stuff that's been going on. This school it's been tragic, and it's like, I don't even know. It's just something's wrong. So I'm like,
what was worrying?
To be honest, I don't know about this kid. And I get it, children visibly shook. I don't know if this is how this hoodie is designed. If he wrote family first and money on the side. But yeah. There's concerns with that, right? And apparently this is the photo, right? Because we keep using, a lot of people are using this picture, right? the one I used on the thing. This is the picture that they've been showing of the guy, right? Ethan Crumbley. This is what I'm saying. Using the young pictures of the parents, you're using the pictures like that. You leave mild sauce out of this, Heidi, all right? Because that shit at Taco Bell ain't even real sauce. This is what we do. This is what we do, but this is done deliberately to make people feel a certain way, right? This is done deliberately to make people feel a certain way when they read the story. And again, even as a little kid, now he looks off. Like, if I saw a little kid like that, I wouldn't trust it. I wouldn't trust that little bad. That little bastard tortures dogs or something, right? You know what I mean? Again, it's a fucked up, crazy thing, right? And people are gonna feel, oh, he feels remorse and all that. No, I don't give a shit about it. But this was apparently the Ethan Crumbley that is being spread around, right? So now, I'm supposed to believe he's little praying hands with the blicky. Motherfucker got an Ice Cube shirt on. And they're throwing his set up. What is this? I don't even know what is this. I thought it was Oakland, California. This nigga in Oakland County. Right? Yeah, you got the, what does the kids call it? The most questionable shit. You got the gun with the dick. That's such a gay thing. That's why I say modern hip hop. So yeah, we got the dicks. What the fuck is that? An extended clip? That's what they, this is what they call it? You call it a dick. An extended clip is a dick. That's the gayest shit ever. Shooting my dick. Anyway, the motherfucker out here sagging and doing all this other shit, right? He's a fucking weirdo. I don't know what's going on with this school. I don't know any of this shit, right? And so again, motherfuckers are not fooling anybody with this nonsense. People put themselves out there on social media, show them as they are. He's posing like this. He's doing this shit. I think, I don't know. Like I said, I don't think, you inform other kids, oh, we're worried about that Ethan kid. But kids know everything about everybody. And, again, if you'd have said something that they had a question, I'm pretty sure one of them kids would pull this shit up on social media. Yeah, look at him. He's, this, and this. But I don't know. I don't know. This is like I said, this is what everybody showed on his social media. Let me see. Let's see if I got some. That's the letter. We know about the letter. How about that Chris Cuomo, right? Apparently he sexually harassed somebody. Like, maybe it's in the Cuomo family. You know what I mean? It's just a bunch of them. Come on, post. You can do better than that. Again, that hair, that's not hair that you've been just growing overnight and just didn't turn 10 and all of a sudden take his glasses off and look like that. He said he returned to class and emerged from the bathroom with a gun, firing at students in the hallway. Now, Jennifer Crumbley texted her son after the shooting saying, Ethan, don't do it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the parents knew shit. The parents knew that this motherfucker was an issue. And the fact that they didn't even try, like, they're just as responsible for all this shit. That's what some sad pictures of her. Unnecessary. So the school looks like a war zone. What's COVID got to do with that? Anyway, I'm trying to see if any of these things haven't updated. Said the gun was a Christmas present. Christmas, that's what I'm saying. That's what happened when you celebrate Christmas too fucking early. Right? Well, maybe he'll be locked up with his dad. They can join AB together. Protect each other's buttholes. Trying to see if they got anything a little bit more recent in any of these. Those are wanted photos. And even like in these wanted pictures, like I said, these are younger pictures that they have for the wanted photos. They don't look necessarily as like they don't look like the people that got arrested when they got arrested. So apparently the guy, some artist house that they were staying at, they had no idea. I don't know anything about any of that. Yeah, I don't see any more up-to-date photos on it. But again, it is very, very unfortunate. So I'm not a big Tatum fan, man. I got my issues with some of the shit that he says. Like, I get it, but some of the stuff he says, just come on, bro. It's like, come on. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you blame Eazy-E, Roderick. Why? What did Eazy do? Huh? What did Eazy have to do with any of this? Nigga just wearing a shirt because it looked cool to wear the fucking shirt. Nigga ain't never listened to no Eazy-E. I blame these young mumble rappers. I blame Youngster. I blame Bone Thugs and Harmony. And I blame all the modern mumble rappers of today. Speaking of Bone Thugs, y'all seen the motherfuckers get into it with the 3-6 Mafia? And that might have been the worst verses ever, because you're talking about two rap groups from like two generations that had nothing to do with each other, right? But this is what we're going to do. I'm going to open up the line here, right? And I know I've been running my mouth for longer than I intended to. I'm going to open up the line here. You guys want to call in, you want to share your thoughts, I would love to hear them. The Den Show. Welcome to the Den Show. It's a show in the Den. Yeah. All right, so that's just me saying shit. But this is what's going on in our world. This is what's going on in our society. Kids shooting shit up. Niggas are transformers running through people that they turn into cars and they turn back into people. You know, old rappers fighting on stage. What else is happening? There's just a lot of random ass shit going on. But I guess I should actually open up the fucking phone program so I can open up the line, right? But like I said, you know, it's just a situation where this could have been prevented, man. Like, everybody saw the signs. Everybody saw the signs like Ace of Base. Everybody saw the fucking signs as to what the potential of what could have happened. And they allowed it to happen. Like, nobody, like, they made a feeble ass attempt to stop it. Again, the fact that the mom sent a message talking about don't do it. And instead of calling up to the fucking schoolhouse and, hey, you know, et cetera, like, you know, there's so many other routes that should have been taken to prevent this shit from happening. Like I said, so the blood is on their hands too. I wonder how this is going to impact schools around the nation, right? I'm not as super familiar with Oxford and, you know, the populace or the demographics there or anything. I think a bunch of niggas. But I wonder how this is going to change things. If people are going to change it all. Or if it's just, you know, carry on my way to the sun. But talking about that goddamn excuse of no, it's not. You know what? What an excuse. That damn Versus, right, was a great Versus. And now I have beef with people in LA, right? Because this was stupid. This is what happened to Versus, right? You got a fucking group from fucking Cleveland and you got a group from Memphis, Tennessee. But you do the fucking concert or whatever in Los Angeles. And then you're talking about these guys were, well, Bone Thugs was more popular when the whole East Coast, West Coast thing was going on. And you could say, well, you know, it's been easy and, you know, Bones and Easy died and, you know, West Coast. Like, niggas from LA only listen to like LA shit. Y'all know how long it took for the South to get like love on mainstream fucking radio. So you niggas wasn't fucking with 3-6 like that, especially the underground shit. And even when they were making hits, like niggas from LA was hating just like niggas from New York was hating. It is what it is. Hey, this is the Den. Hey, you're acting like a real newbie right now, right? You know the Den operates on multiple tiers. I'll talk about random shit. Like 3 people pay attention. There's like another debate that goes on in the actual chat. Then we get a call and we talk about some other stuff and people get all crazy. But, right? So, but like I was saying that, you had probably one of the greatest concerts. They brought out fucking Lil Wayne. They brought out fucking Little Flip for whatever reason. They brought out fucking Chameleon Air. They brought out all these artists, probably more artists than any other fucking verses that has came out. And you had it in a live performance. That crowd in LA was so fucking dead. It was terrible. And I'm talking about all this stuff and that shit on, you know, rap music and all this black culture. Then I go into this nostalgic form. I'll talk about all this stuff that is terrible music that I listened to in my childhood. You want to debate me on Little Flip, Heidi? Is that what you want to do? Is that what you want to do? We can do this. But again, like I said, and then to have Bone Thugs versus 3-6 Mafia, these like were two different. Bone Thugs probably last made a song in what, 97, 98? You know what I'm saying? 97, 98. And 3-6 Mafia didn't really blow up until mid 2000s. Like they had music in the 90s. I used to fuck with 3-6 in the 90s, early 2000s. But like where they started getting more notoriety is like was the decline of Bone Thugs. And then what? Whack rap. Oh my Ben, where you from, Ben? Now, let's be honest. I'm not gonna sit here and act like 3-6 Mafia had the best lyrical content. They absolutely did not. But when they were on fire, Tear the Club Up was like banned from clubs. Like that's when I was in my nigga phase. I was significantly more niggardly concentrated back when I listened to 3-6. Tear the club up. Like you could not play that song. If you wanted to ruin your club and never open up again, you play Tear the Club Up. And niggas would proceed to tear the club up. Right? And they won an Oscar for the worst fucking song. Like, yeah, they brought Terrence Howard out. They brought fucking Terrence Howard out, right? To sing that shitty ass fucking song. Terrence Howard's terrible. They're fucking hard out here for a pimp. All right, let's see what y'all talking about. Let's see. Let's address it. Yeah, that kid's gonna come out fucked up. Imagine like coming out of your dad, right? And then like, cause you know, cause this is what a lot of these couples do. But we're about to go into some weird territory. Okay. We're about to go into some far-fetched ass territory right now. Because you know what, all this weird identification shit, I don't know if there's a female player in this conversation. Like, a motherfucker could be a woman trying to be a man so that she could continue to be with me. It's like, what if she wants to go from woman to like being a gay man, right? So like, what if this kid's born to like two dads, right? And one of your dads has a vagina. That kid's gonna be fucked up, right? Or you get the kids who are born from the dad who got impregnated by the mom. And you like go to everybody else's shit, you know, like they have those fucking shits at school, like they have the like that shit they had in that one Louisiana school, the dads on duty or some shit like that. Or you got like they got some shit here called like watchdogs or some shit like that, where the dads come and, you know, they participating in different shit. So like imagine your mom being like a watchdog. Oh, this shit would be fucking terrible, terrible shit, right? It would be terrible, terrible shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy stuff, man. That is a terrible person. Y'all are here going about crazy stuff. You don't want to vote for insane religious people? If Benny Hinn was running, I'd vote for Benny Hinn. Is he still alive? I mean, let me see if he's still alive. If he's not alive, well, I guess you can't vote for the dead guy. But if he brings his magic jacket to every debate and he uses it, he's got my vote. And speaking of votes, one of Broderick's favorite people will be running for governor again very soon. Something needs to say to this whole chat. No, let it burn. The chat must burn. But no, like I said, one of Broderick's favorite people, Stacey Abrams, is oh wow. That motherfucker there, that magic jacket, I don't think I've seen the Dragon Ball Z one. I've seen the fucking Street Fighter one. That's just crazy. That's crazy how people fall for this. I remember, it was funny because he did one, and like one time one person didn't fall. You know what I'm saying? Yes, and Stacey Abrams is back at it again. Right. Because she got cheated last time. Apparently, that's what she said. And you know that she never, ever conceded? Well, she was conceited, but she never conceded. And it was crazy because she had nerve to talk about Trump during, you know, that situation. And again, like I said, these people just, they have no self-awareness. But I guess when you get pumped full of that much bullshit all the time, you know, I guess you lose your sense of self-awareness. I guess you figure like, fuck it, you just say anything. It doesn't really matter. And it doesn't matter anymore because you can say anything. You can, if people fuck with you, they'll find a way to fix your words to where, no, that's not what they said. That's not what they meant. And they'll say some other bullshit. And if they hate you, you can say things as clear as day. Like you can be succinct down to the fucking letter. You can fucking bring out dictionary definitions. You could bring out a fucking linguist and you could just explain yourself, you know, till the GMO cows come home, and people will find a way to fucking say, "Oh, that's not what they meant." They'll skew it. This is the world we live in now. This is the world that we live in, and it's only going to get worse. But again, it applies to both sides. Everybody does it. This is where we are now. I've seen Heidi abuse a small child in the Galleria. I said the kid was probably about 6 to 7 years old, was asking for directions to a particular store. They had lost their parents, and they were trying to find the store in which their parents said that they were going to. Heidi pointed the child in the wrong direction, and once the child turned around to walk away, Heidi also tripped the child. So there's that. There we go. Something else happened. There was another thing I wanted to talk about, but I cannot remember what the fuck it was. Donate for a 65-inch TV. Now, yes, well, I'll enter you in a raffle for a 65-inch TV. The TV might not work, but it's still a 65-inch TV nonetheless, right? It probably doesn't have a remote either. And, oh, pull something up. Somebody wants to call. I'm going to pull something up. I'm going to save something real quick. Because speaking of Cash App, right? I've seen it all. I've seen it fucking all. Oh, shit. I didn't say that either. I don't want to show you. So this is what happens. This is why I don't need to go in there. Because I've seen like 5 terrible things in just a matter of seconds, right? I'm gonna show y'all something. This is what's happening, and I hope that these people go to jail, right? Y'all be like, God damn it, Honcho, you a hater. Yes, I'm a hater. When y'all see what I'm talking about, y'all will understand why these people need to go to jail. All right. It's actually a sad state of affairs. I meant to say this earlier. All right.
Something's wrong. So I'm like,
what was right?
Hope y'all are ready. I'm not gonna give y'all any context. Only context I'm giving is Cash App. And then just
come here, ask them. They say, hey, y'all cash, hey, I'm finna drop my Cash App, y'all, and y'all send them $3, man. What you want for $3?
No, I got $3.
No, what you want for it? What you trying to get for it?
Piece of crack. Can you do it for me or no?
What you want?
$3 a piece of crack.
Oh, God. I don't know what the hell that is. I'm finna hey, listen, I need y'all to cash App us some more money. Y'all, everybody send $3 to her on my Cash App. It's Tonio Hurst 6. Capital T, lowercase O, N-I-O. Capital H, U-R-S-T 6. Tell them they finna send it now. That's what you want? Tell them your Cash App.
On the Cash App.
Come on, tell them. Come on,
yeah,
son.
Send $3 a piece from the Cash App.
Send $3 and what you want? What you trying to get?
And a piece of dope.
You want a piece of what?
Dope.
Everybody y'all hear her, she said he want a piece of dope. Y'all send that Cash App. They finna send it now. It's T-O-N-I-O, capital H-U-R-S-T, Hurst, 6.
You gonna give it to me now?
Yeah, they finna send it to you. I'm waiting on the Cash App. I'm waiting on the Cash App. Everybody sending it to you right now. Fuck it. Hey, Mar, boy, send that Cash App. Send that Cash App. Oh, I got one Cash App. Somebody's son got down $10. Oh, somebody sent you $10. Yeah, somebody sent us $10. Oh, you got another one. Somebody send you $5. That's $15. Okay. Oh man, y'all keep going. Oh God, a motherfucker send you $25.
Can I get it now?
Hold on. They keep coming. Oh, a motherfucker send you $100.
Okay, you gonna give it all to me now?
I'm gonna give it all to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it all to you. Boy, oh Lord. Oh, the motherfucker sell you $10 more. They going hell for you. Boy, they going hell. Boy, they going mother. Oh God. Look at the cash out. All right, that's $25 more. Oh, they going hell. Oh my God, they going hell. I'm gonna give you everything you need. Tell them what you trying to get with that money right there.
How much? A piece of dope.
How much a piece of dope you trying to get? $5 worth of money right now. How much a piece of dope you trying to get?
$125.
You want $125 worth of dope?
Yeah.
All right. You finna goddamn. She finna crank up. She finna smoke her whole damn life away today. Oh God. Oh God. Don't play with her. Play with Jesus. Play with Jesus. So you gonna smoke all that? Mm-hmm. Can you smoke $125 worth of the dope?
Yeah.
She got $120. Oh! Boy, somebody sent you $30 more. Girl, you at $200 right now. What you gonna do with the $200?
I'm gonna buy dope with it.
$200 worth of dope.
Yeah.
Boy, it's going down. Boy, it's going down. $200 worth of dope?
Yeah.
Oh God! A motherfucker sent you $40 more. That's $240. Boy, somebody better come. Boy, listen, man, listen. I ain't gonna lie. Motherfucker, you gonna be high as a motherfucker. You gonna be high as a motherfucker. Hey,
yo, they send it to your cash app.
They sent it. She got everybody on my live that sent her money. She got $200 right now on my live.
In your thing.
In my thing.
That's what I'm talking about.
Can
we go get it?
Man, we finna go get it.
Okay.
All right, you ready? You got.
This is terrible on all fucking levels, right? I'm gonna let it finish playing.
Show me that dance you gonna do for that dope. Hey. Hold on, we gotta wait. They still.
Wait till you get 300.
Man, you gotta wait till you get to 300. Man, listen. Boy, listen, man, I told me that. Hey. Y'all know what's going on. Man, hey, it's going down. Yeah, and she happy. Yeah, don't do her like this. Y'all send that money. Oh, man, they sending that money. They sending her that money. Yeah, they sending on God.
Now, this is two-part. That's the only parts. I want to know what happened after this, and I'm left in suspense like everyone else. I'm gonna be honest. You got a point there, Tenny. I mean, this is revolutionary, right? She came on, $3 worth of dope. If this is real, then you got $300 worth of dope. But the only thing about it, she's gonna smoke all that shit up. She's gonna overdose. It's gonna be the last time she ever shop with you. But you are helping your clientele. It's almost like a, well, not necessarily not a consultant, but it's like a fundraiser, right? The raccoon committed suicide. No, I didn't see that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we got a motherfucker dance. He's extremely excited. Like, this is a sad state of affairs. It really is. It is terrible. But it's not me, so it's funny. That's fucked up. It's terrible, right? It is terrible. She has no idea how this Cash App thing works. She doesn't know what this is. And she wants the dope. And she is sitting there fucking, you know what I'm saying, Like, she is sitting there fucking excited. She's probably high, thinking about how high she's gonna get off $300 worth of dope. So now, if anybody did send this motherfucker money for crack, they're terrible people. They're terrible. Like, if you are encouraging crack use, I got nothing. No, I haven't even seen the video with the raccoon committing suicide. I did see the video where that motherfucker was getting chased by that fucking bear. He timed that shit like just right, so the bear got fucking hit by a bus. Like, I'm an animal lover, bro. I have a soft spot for animals. Preferably domesticated animals, probably more so than just wild animals. But this motherfucker was getting chased by a bear. I mean, look. I know motherfuckers be like, man, if you see me fighting a bear, help the bear. Nah, nigga, help me, nigga. I'm fucking help the fucking Kodiak grizzly fucking bear. Like, nah, that motherfucker already got all of the fucking physical prowess he motherfucking need. I need the help. But the motherfucker was like running down the thing. I don't know if I want to, but I don't want to play the bear bus video. Just cuz, right? Just cuz. But I'll drop a link to it. So if y'all want to check out the bear bus, I'll drop a link. So that might be borderline too. But yeah, he was like running down the fucking way, and I mean, he timed it just right to fucking avoid getting caught up by the bear. Hold on, let me do it like this. Yeah. This dude's a terrible state of affairs. Like, I know this motherfucker's heart was beating out of his chest. If y'all want to check out the avoidance of the bear video, I dropped that in the link. How many people? I would never knowingly give someone money so that they could go spend it on crack cocaine. I don't care if it was somebody I knew personally. I don't care if it was their fucking birthday. Like, oh my goodness. Like, yeah. The video of the dude who stole the bus in Brooklyn. No, I didn't see that. I did not see that. Rob, look, I don't care how happy a motherfucker get, right? Like, and I feel like, I don't know. I feel like this is a relatively fresh crack smoker. I feel like this is a relatively fresh crack smoker than a long-term crack smoker. Because you come with the $3 and just to get like, I don't know. I just feel like, damn. So yeah, and that's the fucked up part. Yeah, man, like, that's why I'd be like, but see, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure when I give a homeless person money that it's going to drugs, right? Like, I feel like this is going to some hardcore shit. But I cannot confirm it, right? So I'm okay with that. Like, hey, if they go buy them a fucking 4 for 4 from Wendy's, even if they still have that, cool. If they go buy them whatever, some meth, cool. I don't know which portion, of my contribution goes to the drugs, right? I'm sure something's going to the drugs. I don't know which portion of my contribution goes to drugs. So, you know, it kind of is what it is. But like an actual knowing that this person's going to go directly to the crack cocaine man with my $3 that I just gave him. and end up on a video like this. Wow. Yeah. They play the game. If they want food, they chill outside the food joint. They want drugs, they don't have. That's a good point. I never thought about it like that. Well, see, like I'm super sketchy with the homeless folk, bro, because I've seen homeless people do rotations, like they work shifts. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like it's wild. I've seen it. I've seen like homeless people share a shirt, share a shirt and a shine, share a shirt and a sign, and fucking. Oh, that's terrible. Like I said, I've seen people share the shirt and a sign, like a God Bless America shirt, and a fucking, I forgot what the sign said. I remember seeing that shit when I was younger. We were gonna take a little road trip. We stopped by a fucking Exxon before we hit I-10. And pulling into the Exxon, I saw one distinctive individual with the God Bless America shirt and that particular sign. We're at the Exxon, we filled up, grabbed some snacks, etc., etc. We pulled back out and passed that intersection, and it was a different individual, same shirt, same sign. And I was like, you know what? That's it. That's it. That's crazy. That's crazy. Man, I believe it though. Like, who was it? It was a dude, I want to say it was in Austin somewhere, and they found him. Like, he was fucked up, and he was panhandling shit. They arrested him, and he had like, what did they say, like $800-900 on him? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy, crazy shit. Right? I want to start one of them book donation things. I'm going to start a book donation bin, just keep all the books for myself, and the rest of the ones that are bad, I'll give them. I'll give the rest of them. You say, man, I got some good stuff. Yes, let me add these to the library, and then I'll give the rest of the books to charity or something. I don't know if anybody really takes books. The green tea and ginseng. Oh man. Oh man. That's terrible. Y'all are mean to homeless people. That's what I'm saying. Like, who was the dude? The one I think was in Miami, where they followed that dude home, and he had like a fucking nice ass house, and like a fucking Beamer in the front and shit. And he literally did that shit every day. There was a chick who was doing that shit in like Manhattan or something, and she sold the shit though. Like, she fucking like had a thing she did every day. So she'd like leave her spot. She had a van. She'd go get in the fucking van. All her shit was in the fucking van. So I guess I don't know where she was leaving from to make people think she was going to work. She'd get in this fucking van. She made herself up. And when she got out the van, she looked like an old hunchback lady, right? And so she'd be panhandling, I guess, out of, what is that, Saks Avenue or whatever. I don't know what y'all got going on. But, and she'd be getting fucking money, like a shit ton of money, panhandling, looking like an old lady going up and down the fucking street. And then when she was done for the day, she'd go back to that fucking van, switch it back up, be back to the normal young chick she was. She was like fucking in her 20s. Like, she sold that fucking shit. And then she'd be going out to eat with her friends and shit. Like, crazy. Like, But can you blame them? Right? If it works, do you blame them? It's like, you're a scumbag piece of shit, but like, if you're gonna manage you going doing that for fucking 4 or 5 hours, and you live in as much as somebody puts in like 78 hours worth of fucking work a week, right? Like, you're doing just as well as they are. Like, can you blame them? Then I remember it was a couple, like, and I don't understand this one. Like, they got so, I guess they couldn't say fucking no. You know what I'm saying? Like, when they couldn't say no, like, and they got caught up. Basically, they started giving to one charity, and they started getting fucking letters and shit from all different kind of charities. And like, they basically ended up homeless. Like, fuck, because they were giving all their fucking money away to like other charities, giving it up to other fucking services of other places and shit. Oh shit. And yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying. And so it's like they basically ended up homeless from giving all their shit away. And I'm like, that's fucking crazy. Like, at one point do you say no, enough is fucking enough. Get down there. Excuse me. Their little cast, there might be a bunch of thespians out there plotting and scheming. Well, fuck it. We got a few more minutes. Like I said, but what I was saying though is, but I think I'm gonna start doing, like, say, on the weekends, because I'm scheduling myself like a normal person now. Like I say, but not this week, but next week. Like a fucking kid, school days and things like that. So, you know, my weekdays are gonna be like normal people again. And save the weekends for my shenanigans. So I'm thinking it'll be Fridays and Saturdays. We'll do disturbing activities in the den. And I'm thinking, like I said, I want to make them longer dens. So I'm thinking it'll be 7 or 8 Central Time. That way it'll give plenty of time for extended dens and still get some kind of decent, the fuck, a pugilist. Really? I haven't heard of pugilist in a while. I'm gonna be honest though, right? So, to the ladies in the crowd, I want to know how this makes you feel.
But I'm just going to post this every time people ask me the same questions over and over again. My name's Farah. I am a trans woman as well as an intersex woman. My pronouns are she, her, they, them, or your grace. My eyes are tattooed. My nose is a piercing. I identify as a threat, a nightmare, and a goddess, so please bow down to me. I do not believe in God. I don't worship the devil, but yes, I am a Satanist, which means I am my own God and I worship myself. Thank you. Have a good day. But I'm just going to post.
Which has all the problems, all the problems in the entire world are had by
raccoon, 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 raccoon.
Oh man. My bad. You know, players be funny. I need to put a notification on my thing. Shout out to the lovely Miss Sarah Lou. And I thank you so much for the Cash App love and all of your support and everything that you have done to make the den what it is. Heidi, thumbs down on you. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening? And I appreciate the super chat. Love awesome, sir.
I wasn't gonna raccoon. It's Dan. I wasn't gonna call in tonight just because I'd just been in the library past 5 hours, knocked some shit out, testing the project, submitted both of them. I think I did pretty good on both of them.
Okay.
Anyway, that person, I'm trying to be nice here, on the screen, I saw someone just like that when I worked at Best Buy this summer. I had mentioned this like in a little Discord chat, but there is a person, I guess a trans woman, a bald trans woman, wearing a dress with like what was it? Corduroy or was it, not suspenders? What's some things? Coveralls, overalls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, jean overalls. So just this very very unique fashion. Had a lot of tattoos, which I would expect in say like San Quentin. I must say she had cocksucker tattooed on her forehead. And a bunch of other weird shit. And I think I might sound a swastika there. I'm not sure. Go ask Heidi. I don't know. Maybe she's related to him. Let's see. What's up, Heidi? Let's see. And that's the kind of person I saw there. And I had no problem talking to this person. It was just very off-putting. Very, very troubling. And there's kids that walk in here, and they see this person with cocksucker tattooed on their forehead. I don't know what's on this person tattooed on them. Interesting. I'll put it like that. Now, I'd say this. That's not even a unique snowflake, because I've seen someone just like that who was actually worse off in Virginia. So, I don't know where this is at. So, so this ain't unique either. It's just like a one-up contest. It's amazing. I have these new pronouns. I identify as a demon. Remember the demon pronoun piece?
Yeah.
And then the person identified as a bun. Yeah, bun used to sue the fuck out of that dude. Chick, whatever. I'm gonna call them dicks. It's a mix of dude and chicks. Dicks. Fuck it, I don't know. This is exhausting. I took my melatonin, so I'm kind of out of it. Man, I don't know, bro. Look, this is where we at, bro, as a society. I see why certain countries ban certain lifestyles, because this is what it leads to. A complete degeneration of social norms. I laugh because I know it's over. I know it's over. It's just a matter of when. Fuck it. Yeah, just let it ride, bro. And then you'll call me, oh, you're a bigot. Yeah, okay, you're right. Yeah, sure. And you're a Fruit Loop. So there you go. Have fun. I mean, like, what? Someone explain to me what is the point of someone looking like this? I understand having tattoos, stuff like that, but I don't understand it. Maybe I'm old. I'm 36. I'm old. I don't know.
Man, I mean, it's just attention, because they have no other, meritable skills or behaviors, or they feel like nothing about them stands out. So if they just do some outrageous shit, at least then people will acknowledge them, even if it's not in the most admirable ways. Hey, at least somebody's looking at me. At least I don't feel like I'm so generic that I just get passed over. So they'd rather do these things and have somebody just at least say something to them or about them, to make them feel like they exist.
That's the only thing that makes sense. That are extremely prolonged and undiagnosed, untreated mental illness. It makes column A, column B, a little bit of both. I don't know what to say. I mean, yeah, this ain't got nothing to do with Ethan Crumbley. I heard they shut up a school, and now why does parents get arrested?
Oh, because apparently, and like I say, they called his parents to the school that day because he had been drawing some crazy shit. He allegedly said, he was working on a video game, but he had some suicidal shit going on, some murderous shit going on, and they had just bought him a gun. So they had brought the parents up there to kind of talk about it, and the parents, basically, oh no, there's no problem. There's not a issue. It's nothing, because I guess they had been doing that for a couple of days, and so the parents didn't mention the fact that he did have access to a firearm, and I don't know exactly what the images were that he was drawing or what things he was writing. People said there was stuff on social media too. And then shortly after they leave, they asked the parents to take him home with them. And they said no, they were going back to work. And so they were like, well, fuck it, we don't want to send him to an empty home. We'll let him stay at school. And then shortly after that, what took place. And then apparently there was a text message on his phone from his mom saying, Ethan, no, don't do it.
Wow. Now, so let me smell this correctly. Let me see if I smell this correctly. What do I call my grandparents? I call them corpses. Okay. So let me see. So let me see. So you get it. So your son's writing suicidal shit, right? And you say, let's get him a gun.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's an epic fail. Oh, wow. Wow. Well, did he think of counseling? I mean, was that an option at all? Just,
I don't think they felt like, he needed counseling, even though, like I said, this was, I guess, multiple school officials who brought this, forward. And again, they had to have seen signs at home, that there was something going on. But, you don't ever want your kid to be that kid, right? So,
yeah.
So they're not going to say anything.
So. Is that Tenny toxic state of mind?
Yes.
Boom. You're fucking fool. Yeah, man, I'd rather people just off themselves, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. That's crazy. Don't do it. Wow. And they gave him the fucking gun. See, one thing, he stole the fucking gun or something like that. What was it, locked up somewhere and he broke into it? How the fuck did he get the gun?
I don't know. I don't even know if it was locked. I felt like I said, he had pictures with it and everything. So I'm assuming, it was his. I'm pretty sure they felt comfortable letting him do what he does with it. And my thing was just the fact that, by not mentioning that he had access to that, that's why the parents kind of got caught up in it too, because I mean, if you knew that this was an issue of something, the least you could have said was, well, he does have it, check the backpack. Let's, if you don't got a gun on him in the back, okay, go back to class. There's nothing to worry about. If he does have a gun on him, then you prevent this whole catastrophe, right? So it's crazy, though. It's wild. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's unfortunate.
That's right. Yeah, you're right, man. See, that's what happens when parents don't ever see. I've come to a belief about life. Anyone is capable of anything given the right motivation. Will that motivation be mental illness, loneliness, fucking inebriation? People do fucked up shit, straight up. Someone you might know for 20 years. That's wild shit. Oh, I didn't know he was capable of that. Anything's possible. And I know it's your kid. You don't think they ever do that, and no. Nowadays, it's anything's possible, man. That's the sad thing about it. Anything's possible. So don't put anything past anybody. You might love somebody, but don't put anybody on a fucking pedestal. There'd be, I think, 4 kids got murdered.
Yeah, 4
One
kids.
died in the ICU.
4 murdered, and I think they said 7 injured.
Yeah, they'd be alive right now if they hadn't have underestimated their kid's need for attention, his cry for help, whatever. Well, he'll be getting a lot of assistance now for the next 25 of life because he's going to die in prison, straight up. So
I think the charge they say with the parents can face up to 15 years each. So you'll have pops with there for a little while to hold it down when they start their own game.
You know what, man? I'm actually kind of for this. I'm the level of culpability in this particular circumstance where this was it wasn't like the kid hid all this stuff from his parents. Like he opened up his locker and you saw this weird voodoo devil shit. No, they knew that he needed help. They knew that he had something going on, and they decided to either keep him around gun, give him a fucking gun. This is insane. The level of it reminds me of that one retard, and I do mean retard, Ethan Couch. Parents enabling their children. Ethan Couch was the fucking asshole. I think it was Texas. He's like a 15-year-old kid, 16-year-old kid. He's an underage person, dude, whatever. And his parents are rich. Well, his father's rich, so he has his own car. He has his own little main house. He's on drugs all the time, drunk, barely goes to school. And he gets behind the wheel one night and kills 4 people.
Yeah.
And then when his friends get paralyzed from the neck down because he was in the car, no seatbelt, he gets ejected from the car. And that whole youth, something about it was that defense that they made, which got the kid off, which is amazing.
Affluenza.
Bam, affluenza. Enabling your children and people you love will lead to fucked up circumstances. If you're lucky, they're just going to destroy themselves. They might take you down with them. I've seen it, and I've managed to avoid it so far. It's insane. So yeah, charge your parents. Fuck them. Y'all had the capability to stop this shit from even happening. And I think someone in the school might have had capability too. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. Y'all gotta look. I ain't a parent. This ain't my problem. They won't catch me in high school. I'm not R. Kelly, so you know. But it's sad, man. My condolences to those families of those kids that died, man. I'm getting tired of this shit. And I don't blame guns. I don't blame guns for this. Gun was just a tool.
Yeah.
There's situations in some countries where like 6 people get stabbed up in one party or some shit. Guns just a more expedient method to kill somebody.
I mean,
now, of course, you'll see all the people like those, Stretch and Gretchen Whitmer, the governor. And, you know, she's like, oh, yeah, I heard she I'm not going to tell you where I heard that from, but that was a nickname on a forum I was on. Stretch and Gretchen. It's a rough city. But, you know, she starts haranguing, we need to control these guns. No, you need to make sure if a kid shows signs of some sort of mental instability, psychopathy, whatever the fuck, then they get help immediately. Maybe when you're an adult, you can't afford insurance, but when you're a kid and you have parents and shit that should be, you know, involved in your life, or maybe one of the teachers or a guidance counselor should get involved, they'll probably make some program. America's very, not proactive, very reactive. We do shit after the fact and try to figure out what happened, which, I mean, makes sense because if you're too proactive, then you're essentially a dictatorship. This is fucked. I don't know. It's sad, man. There's another bunch of kids get murdered this year. A lot of kids are getting murdered this year. Retroactive abortions, I guess. I don't know. Fucking sad, bro. That's all I got to say, man. Don't to that family, fuck those 2 parents, and fuck that kid, too.
Yeah, piece of shit.
Fuck him.
There's a point, you know what you're doing, right? You're not a small child, you know, not a 2-year-old found access to a gun left in your backpack by some scumbag and you accidentally shoot your mom in a Zoom meeting. You know, it's not one of those situations. You don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Oh, that's shit.
A pew-pew and you shoot it versus a fucking 15-year-old contemplated, planned, and decided to fucking do this. I want you all to have nightmares. This is why I'm leaving this picture up here. So y'all, next time y'all come in, like, Honcho, I hate you. You had that fucking trans tattoo thing, and it gave me nightmares. But yeah, you know, and it's crazy because you got people going to use this as an excuse to ban guns. But if that's the case, you know, we need to ban cars because, you know, these random cars are going out of control, just running people over. So
SUVs,
yeah. So
no more Cadillac. What's that one SUV? I don't know. No more Escalades. Yeah, Escalades is banned, bro. I can't do that no more. Damn shame too. The Model Escalades, maybe. I don't know what car that motherfucker drove into that crowd of people.
No, it was a Ford Escape. So I may have to change my story. It might have been premeditated based on the car that he chose. He chose an Escape and didn't escape. So there's that. Yeah, the fucking SUVs hate people.
Man, the media's attempted spin on that is about as worse as how they're trying to spin the Alec Baldwin story. It's like, bro, we know what happened. Stop capping. Just stop the fable. Stop the fairy tales. Okay. And then the dude, whatever dude named the dude who drove the SUV, he's saying he's a victim and shit. Like, bro, just stop.
You don't see some gangster niggas turning to bitches so fast. The numbers start adding up, you know. And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about the numbers in that court system start adding up. You start seeing that, boy. I'm telling you. Even when I was on my last little visit vacation a while back, there was some other gentlemen there. You know, they take you in a group to go see the judge or whatever. Some of those guys got some information they did not like. You know, they was happy and jovial on the way. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be up out this bitch. Ooh. And then when they start seeing them 25, 30s, 40s, you know, that whole demeanor started changing. It's fucked up. And this is, you know, niggas damn near in the tears, you know. I was just joking a second ago. Oh, you could do whatever a little time. Oh, they thought that little 5 years, that ain't nothing. This. And then 5 turned to 40 real quick. This nigga's whole energy changed, you know. So, like I say, it's wild.
Yeah,
it's
man.
Wild, bro.
But the media will do their best to push whatever narrative they're going to push. You just have to do your best to get the facts of the case before anyone rushes to rash judgments. One case tonight we're talking about the Ghislaine Maxwell case. I know that. I haven't heard much about that. I'm still trying to find some info on it. You know, I don't know.
I heard, and I don't know how true it is because I know they say that they don't. I know they don't do video in the federal cases. That apparently there's supposed to be a number where you can listen in. I don't know how true that is.
I don't believe that shit.
Yeah, It might be a fucking one of them 800 numbers you call in. Yeah, for $2.99, we can have a great time. But God damn it, bitch, this ain't what I want. She's like, this is not what I was expecting. This is the wrong phone number. But yeah, so I mean, like I say, it's
Like,
crazy. You're not gonna hear a lot about that. But I'm pretty sure to hear that some peculiar things will leak. We'll see. But
yeah, man, it's fucking hell, dude. Or it might be one of these FBI things where like you call them in, they get your address in there. Oh, this guy, he's trying to listen on the federal case. We'll get his ass right there. What do they call glowies? Like the dudes at the MAGA rallies that they're all wearing the same shit. White dudes, athletic, wearing shade. Yeah, glowies. Yeah.
That's what they call them, glowies. I just saw that.
I think that's what it is.
I just saw it earlier today because they were talking about some dudes at the MAGA. They all had like the athletic shorts. They all were wearing black shades. Yep. They all had the the sport watch, like the black thing on the left wrist. They all wearing black socks. Like it was like either you guys are just really coordinated friends or this is a setup. You know what I'm saying? Because I had seen that picture. I'm like, yeah, that is kind of odd looking. I didn't think twice about it. Somebody like broke it all the way down and like how they all had the same shit and they were just looking at the haircuts and everything's like, yeah. So you can tell this motherfucker because he ain't had a fade in a while because his fucking skin's real pale under the haircut and they broke that whole shit down. Because what's the thing they just had now? The guys with the shields and what is it, the Patriot?
Oh yeah.
Something that just they just had. They were just walking at the whatchamacallit. Like I said,
yeah,
bro, it's America's a crazy country.
Blue shirts. That's a classic.
Yeah,
it's classic glowy material. It's always like cut off shorts above the knee. Real.
And again, the crazy part about it is like at first I used to be a person to be like, why would the government go this far and do all this? But it's like you need chaos. Like, could you imagine? If we woke up tomorrow and everything was perfect, there wasn't no health issues, it wasn't the racism, the government would serve no purpose, right? They need to keep a purpose, and they need to keep people craving whatever services or lack thereof that they allegedly claim to provide. So you gotta, there are things like this that are taking place. I used to be like, it's so fucking stupid, no way to say. Now I believe everything's a fucking set up. Like it's like
yeah.
It's crazy, man.
You're better off hedging your bets on it being a setup.
Yeah.
And I just read the Urban Dictionary information on the glowy, and let me read a bit of that. So glowy essentially normally used for the CIA, but also for agencies like ATF, FBI. Inability to blend into the native population's habits makes them stick out like a sore thumb, hence they glow in the dark. Most common trappings are their inability to use racial slurs, improper use of memes, and the pushing of mainstream narratives. Yeah. Like I've seen videos like people catch these glowies that like usually it's America First rallies. They love those. You know, they've already infiltrated the hell out of the KKK. So if you're talking about that KKK neo-Nazi shit, they all through that shit. That's how they did that whole setup with. I think someone mentioned about Jay about the Gretchen Whitmer stretching Gretchen. Mm-hmm. Supposedly one of these Trumpers was supposed to kidnap her, but there's a bunch of CIA agents tied to that shit. So, I mean, sorry, FBI agents tied to that shit. So what the fuck's going on? Yeah. Sounds like some sort of ploy to get people on your side, you know, when you push all these negative ass policies which are ruining your state, your massive lockdowns like those cocksuckers in California. It's insane, bro. It's like, problem is like this shit I see it for what it is. Like this kind of smell funny, but there's a bunch of people who don't question any of this shit. Correct. Just consume and just, you know, watch what it's just like, oh, what's the movie called They Live? With Roddy Piper and Keith David, put on them shades. I don't trust shit no more. I got them shades as contact lenses. Fuck that.
I mean, and it's crazy to have to be that way. Like you just wonder why. Well, like the wise philosopher Rodney King once said, "Can't we all just get along?" Why is it necessary for all? It's like, imagine how much different would life be without, you know, the agents? You know what I mean? What if people were just people, right? And then things resolved itself naturally the way it should be without, you know, government manipulation. How much better off would we be? But the world may never know. It's kind of like
Yeah, you're
how many
right,
licks
man.
it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop.
Hey, Toxic, man. Look, Booty Call is one of the best 90s movies of all time, or black 90s movies of all time. I love Booty Call. The movie's funny as shit. Anyway, but, oh, man. Booty Call. Man, I don't know, bro. It's like that for these elites to rule over everybody. They're classic, yes. They have to sow the sense because nation divided, a people divided can't unite. They can't stand. A house divided cannot survive. The foundation, it's, oh, God. I just want to see where we're at in 2030. Just, that's a certain agenda. So, I just want to see that pan out. Let me look to 2030, dear sweet baby Alabaster Jesus. Give me 2030, maybe 2031, and see if this agenda is actually, if it comes out the way they wanted it to, or just a mishmash of shit, and they say, fuck this shit, I'm out. I want to see what happens. I really do. I want to see, are we going to eat bugs? Are we living rented homes, even though we're paid off our home? What's going to happen? I want to see all this. I really do. Very interesting.
I'm trying my best right now to hedge my bets and stall out as long as I can. And I think I'm becoming a semi-prepper. Like I say, just thinking long term right now, the way things are going, and just doing my best to be prepared. So just stock it up. Need to eat a little bit better. I mean, I need to stop being such a fat ass, but everything else is all right.
I feel on that, brother, man. That's all I got, man. Look, fuck that kid. Fuck his parents. Maybe some of these parents need to be held accountable for their fucked up children. Maybe. Now, before the kid decided to blow away his classmates, I feel for mental illness. I understand that. I suffer from a lot of anxiety and depression and shit like that. And this year has no shit. But, in my case, I have to maintain because my entire family's riding on me. But this kid, man, I mean, he could just talk to somebody or some shit. I don't know. It's like that. What's that one kid? Got the virgin killer, Elliot Rodger.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, no one took this kid to a psychologist or got him. Just buy him some pussy. Get the fuck out of here. That's like, he wanted to fuck some blonde chicks. See, I studied these cases, so I know what to see. Like, if I meet somebody, and maybe I have a job in the near future, hopefully, knock on wood or whatever the fuck. And like, there's somebody at my job that it gives these signs of somebody who just needs someone to talk to.
Yes.
I would talk to that person. I would get to know them. I did that in the military. I did that in college. Get to know people that most people don't talk to. Now, sometimes I regret it because motherfucker weird as shit. But I never say, get fuck with me, weird motherfucker. And I was like, oh, man, I got to do this. But yeah, I'll talk to you later, man. You be safe, man. Stay all that shit. Because when that motherfucker starts shooting shit up, he's going to wave at me and say, bro, you need to dip, bro. I was like, I'm out, bro. Yeah, I'm out, bro. Thanks, G. I ain't going to stop you. No, I'm just going to dip, bro. You got that SK. Ain't playing that nigga.
Yeah, straight up. But yeah, that's when you should treat people with decency. And I think that's an important thing. And, that's why, we need to bring, I don't know if people like that need to be in the den. But maybe we could help them. Maybe we could all talk to them, talk about some shit like that. But that's why I feel like it's important. Like, people need someone to talk to. You know what I mean? And to be able to talk to, genuinely to be able to feel like they can confide in. And I think we just live in this world where that shit, it's rare to find good people like that. You know what I'm saying? And to really be able to be honest and have those conversations, speak on how you're feeling, and then actually have people who care, But it's a lot of these kids don't have that. That's why they turn to the internet. They fall off in some echo chamber, you said, and get pumped up with some weird ass ideology, and then here we go. Mm-hmm. It's over after that.
Yep. Yeah. Facts, man. Facts, bro. I just want kids to start playing outside again at the damn playground and shit, bro. Yeah. Maybe teenagers need to do that too, or just play football or something. I mean, video games ain't bad, but you need like that outside interaction and shit like that. Look, man. But someone wants it like this. That's the only thing someone wants, because if the government and these elites and the big pharma, all these people, if they wanted this shit to stop, it would stop in like a week.
Yeah.
Straight up. You're talking about people who own trillions of dollars in wealth, BlackRock, shit like that. If they wanted the world to change, they could do it overnight. Straight up. But they don't. So we're just going to have to live through this and see where it ends up. So just protect your neck. Straight up. Yeah. And watch out for the people you love. That's all you can do. That's all I got, man.
All right.
RP to them kids, bro. That's fucking sad, man. I'm just, because I got a nephew who's 17. I got younger niece and nephew. They're both 6, so about 7 now actually. And I hate to get a call one day from one of my brothers or someone saying something happened at school. Even if nothing happened to them, just the fact it happened to the school and they might be traumatized. Who the fuck knows? Life's fucked up, straight up.
Yeah.
That's all I got. That's it. I ain't got no positive messages. Y'all just accept it. Accept that shit.
It's life, nigga. Shit, gotta deal with them shits.
Right. Yeah. Suck it up, buttercup. That's all I got, man.
That's a bet. Well, Dan, man, as always, I appreciate you. And I look forward to hearing about how well you did on your assignments. We're bumping that GPA up, so it ain't no thing. But that's a bet. I appreciate you calling in, sir.
Yes, Heidi, I'm black pilled as fuck. I failed all my tests. I turned in my assignment 2 weeks late. Fuck that teacher. Fuck about that shit. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding, Honcho. Yeah, so yeah, I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. We'll see what happens.
All right.
We'll play by ear, man.
All right.
Yeah, have a good night.
That's bet. Good night, Dan.
Yep.
Shout out to Dan the man. So it's about the time we are about to get ready to wind it down. I know we had a couple more callers on the line, and I apologize. But about to get ready to wrap it up. But there's one last thing I had to show y'all before we end everything. The den is the hotline for men. That's the hotline for men. You call in, we talk about crazy stuff, we bash women, they complain about it in the chat, and then we say, go make us a sandwich. No mayonnaise. Please. Because Dan said something and it made me think of this, and I forgot to show y'all this, and then I'm gonna call it a wrap after this.
Fights happen in school. Behaviors happen in school, but we don't label those behaviors bad. We see them as a form of communication. I don't know how else to express whatever, and so I'm expressing it this way, and we redirect. That is what education is. And discipline means to teach, not to punish. And the reality is that we are teaching our children something when we are saying, when you make a mistake, we're calling the police. We're teaching you to be fearful of law enforcement. We're teaching you that you don't matter. We're teaching you that you are not allowed to be a child. We're teaching you that we're not interested in your developmental growth. And so we really have to examine that. And for those educators who will not move, we have to ask the question, is this what they want to be doing?
Imagine thinking that the kids who are fighting in school, we should be more focused on them than the kids who actually come to school to learn. The kids whose parents already have them in a situation prepared to receive an education. Not the disruptors. She wants to be worried about those. Here's the thing, and in all honesty, like, you can do everything you want to try to do for these kids at school. Once these kids leave the school and they go back to their home environments, those home environments are going to have a significantly higher, more, a larger impact on those kids than whatever they're picking up at the schoolhouse. Schoolhouse is temporary. You're there for a couple hours a day, a couple of days a week, but then you go home and you marinate in that environment. That's where you grow, learn, and become whatever. There was a thing that happened in the 80s in Phillies where a very wealthy individual took on, I want to say it was like 120, almost like 128 kids, something like that. Low income, at risk, and basically promised, that they would have a college education, that they would have opportunities, provided, counselors, all of these things. All they had to do was stay out of jail. I believe it was 47 of the 62 girls were pregnant before the age of 18. And I forgot it might have been about 50, so it was either high 40s or low 50s of the boys had caught felony charges before it was all said and done. right? And I mean, it was just more just counselors and more just like providing tutors. I mean, everything that you would think when we say, let's just throw money at the problem. Let's just throw money at the problem. Money don't solve the problem, right? Like I said, it's that environment at home. And if they continue to go back to those environments which don't nurture their well-being, that they don't, they don't try to improve them as people, and they don't encourage that, then it doesn't matter what you do in the schoolhouse. It doesn't matter, what money, what programs, any of that stuff that you throw at, because ultimately they're going to be what the environment encourages them to be. So I think people need to look at some of the things that we push on these kids. And a lot of people try to put grown-up problems on children. Right? We having you want to express yourself? We're gonna have a den dating show. Let me see. We've had some den hookup conversations before. I don't know if we necessarily had a den dating show. We've done a lot of stuff in this den. We've had a lot of crazy shit. We got to bring the karaoke back, though. We have to bring the karaoke back. It's been so long. It's about that time of the year. Because I want to say last time we had the karaoke was around Christmassy time. And somebody was full of that eggnog, even though they're no longer with us. You know what I mean? But hey, it is what it is. Maybe they'll come back. Maybe I'll reach out, see how they've been. But here's the deal. I'm gonna wrap it up. Nah, but I'm about to lay it down. I do appreciate y'all. I do thank y'all. Expect some short content. Like I said, I've scheduled myself to where I need to make some time to do some short content, even if it's just bringing back some old shit that we haven't seen in a while. I've been chopping up some calls, so expect to see some crazy old den shit that we haven't seen in quite some time. I just don't want to make thumbnails for all this shit, so I'm gonna have to make like a generic thumbnail for a lot of the calls. But bringing back some old den moments. Maybe need to put some on the shorts. Baby, I just bought this baby cash. And Miss Scotty got a baby. I don't know. Babies are terrible. But again, thank you to the lovely Miss Sarah Lou. I appreciate your support. I thank y'all so much. I was thinking about something super funny. I was watching some old South Parks. And the motherfucker was talking about it. Was when Tony was talking about I got somebody. This is the state of affairs that we're in. He said when he's talking about when he watched Honey Boo Boo, right? And he said he was watching Honey Boo Boo, and he said, and I saw what channel it was on. The Learning Channel. That lets you know we are in a terrible state of affairs in this society. But hey, as long as I got the den folk, I appreciate y'all. And again, as I always say, it is my honor, it is my privilege, and more than anything, it is my pleasure to get to chop it up with y'all. Except for Heidi. She sends death threats, and I think she sent me a Nazi symbol. Oh, I was dashing the other day. I went out dashing the other day, and I got the picture. I should have posted it in the den. They had got a bunch of medicine from Walgreens, and I delivered this shit and all that stuff. And I think these people gave me a shitty low rating. Could have been somebody else. I had like a perfect 5 rating, and now somebody gave me like a 1 for whatever reason. But anyway, had a perfect 5 rating over a shit ton of fucking deliveries. And they had 2 fucking swastikas on their fucking doorstep, like on like the stoop, like in the doorway, right? And they were written in red, and I thought it was super funny. So I put the fucking the fucking shit like right there between the 2 of them. I took a picture. I always keep a picture. I always take an extra picture, so that way if anybody ever tries to say something didn't get delivered or something wasn't this, that, or the third, that I make sure. Usually I'm either in. I can't tell you my secret area. I got a secret area that does pretty good, but oftentimes I work in the Katy area. But yeah. Oh no, they see the picture. They definitely see the picture. But yeah, I saved that. So I don't know. I don't know. I have no concern about it, but just in case, like I say, yeah, these motherfuckers might say, "Oh, that nigger didn't deliver my medicine. He's a piece of shit." So I had to take a fucking picture and keep it. But no, I thought that was kind of funny though. I'm like, man, who does that? Who defaces their own property to do that? But I probably figured some fucking goofy kid or some shit like that. I got it. I still got it. I don't think I deleted it. Let me see. I'll drop it in the Discord. Let me make sure I don't have the address on it because I use the GPS picture service thing or the picture program, so it takes the address. Because people do whole shit. So, and ever since I've started using this shit, I ain't never got a fucking fake. Oh, he didn't deliver the thing because it puts the times like a timestamp with the GPS address and everything on there. So ever since I've been using that shit, I haven't had any issues. So, but yeah. But I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all. And until next time, if you're in the Discord, let me drop the link for the Discord for y'all. And y'all do know that, like, well, I know nobody wants to talk to Broderick because every time Broderick tries to call everybody in, like nobody wants to talk to him. But anybody, y'all can start a conversation in the den at any time. Y'all don't just have to wait till I say, hey, let's have a voice chat. Even though I do enjoy chopping it up with y'all. Let's do 10. Good night, lovely Miss Sarah Lou. There's the link to the Discord, and I'll be dropping a picture in there after this. But I'm out. Y'all take care of yourselves. I want to see y'all here in the next den again. Oh yeah, Broderick's a terrible person. Broderick's the worst pastor ever. Broderick's the worst pastor than Pastor Troy. All right, I'm gone. It's time for me to go to bed. I'm talking crazy. What's going on?